guess so.
Nothing like last-minute questions before the mic is
No,
hot.
because I mean, talk about last second before the mic's on.
Can we talk about that? Oh.
And I answered you on air. Yeah, I guess so.
Well, I wasn't sure whether there was information that was confidential right now, but
tell you the truth, I don't either.
It
man.
might be. I don't think we should.
Oh, I think we should, and I'm gonna.
I'm saying it right now.
Hey, go ahead.
Hey, I'm pretty sure every one of our friends and family at this point know that anything that they're telling us and just a goofy, sort of friendly conversation, they know what we do here. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to start that precedent.
Mine have known that for years.
What do you mean precedent?
People won't talk to you at all.
Nah,
okay.
They'll talk to you more because they'll be like,
I'm just gonna
you
say
can use this if you need to.
Well,
I have a funny story.
I'm just going to say it. Moon is now a member of the Backstreet Boys. Congratulations.
We didn't want to break it, but here we are.
Donnie Wahlberg is not going to be touring.
Donnie
Wahlberg and Moon Valjean will be taking over.
That is
you got to call me Mooney.
That's
Money,
definitely two different
money.
bands. But
No, listen. Just say it.
Donnie Wahlberg is in
I'm just gonna
the
say it.
New Kids on the Block.
Yeah. Want to sell some tickets? Sell some tickets.
Hey, this is your show.
Well, so El Monstero is playing
you just
tomorrow.
missed the whole point. He did.
What do you say? I'm sorry, Rafe.
that's okay, man.
Go ahead,
the
please.
hell?
No.
Please, go ahead.
No, it's not funny if I got to repeat it.
I was just imagining Moon and the Backstreet Boys.
Rizz
I'm
is
sorry.
up in
That's
his
fine.
head
Well, you
right
said
now.
Donnie Wahlberg, and he was in New Kids on the Block, so.
Yeah, he missed it by how many years?
sorry. Oh,
15 years.
Yeah.
damn it.
Missed it by
Damn
2 decades.
Screwed that joke up.
Missed it by a generation.
Was there a Donnie?
David Cassidy got kicked out of the Backstreet Boys.
Was there
Mooney's
a
taking his place?
Was there a Donnie and New Kids on the Block?
Yeah. No, it was, no.
Backstreet Boys. Sorry.
No.
Backstreet
think
Boys.
so.
Donnie
No,
Wahlberg was in New Kids on the
Okay.
Block.
Yeah.
Taking over for Kevin.
Mark had his own
Kevin.
career.
I'm sure
Yeah.
there's got to be a Kevin.
I think there was a Kevin.
Okay. Yeah,
Kevin Richardson.
Yeah, he's what?
Kevin Ramone. What is it?
Kevin Bacon.
Kevin
In the
Ramone.
Backstreet
I
Boys?
think that's right.
Kevin Richardson.
Is that really
How
his
do
name?
you know that? This brain of yours.
Go ahead.
He's
Look it up.
He is secretly the
He's a-
Donnie. That was a red herring. The Donnie Wahlberg thing.
Right.
He doesn't want people to know
I put in
how
Kevin
much he
Rice.
knows about.
You're
I put in
right.
Kevin Richardson. It says South African zookeeper. That's
Yep,
what it
I
says.
think you're
Maybe
right.
he's
Things
doing
are
that
crossed. Maybe he's doing that
Maybe
now.
with all that Backstreet Boys money, he opened up a
You're
South
right.
African zoo.
You're right. He's the one that you know what? He's the one I probably closest resemble in my youthful
Yeah.
days.
Is
Guy
he the
just
old
looks
guy
like-
of the group?
I think he is the older guy of the
Oh,
group.
nice.
All right, I can name the Backstreet Boys. There's all right. So there's Kevin.
The guy looks like he knows how to fence. Something about it.
Kevin.
You know why? Because he's got the French thing.
Yeah.
Nick Carter, right? Nick Carter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
AJ
Yes.
McLean. He's the guy
Yes.
that had the drug
bad
problems.
facial hair.
Tattoos.
He's my favorite.
Chris.
No, that's in sync. Chris Kirkpatrick.
Chris Kattan.
Darn it.
Kattan. Chris Kattan actually will be in studio on the 21st. Just so you know.
No.
Oh,
Forward to
big
it.
announcement.
I don't know the other guy.
The other guy is that he's real. He's kind of got like blonde, like a dishwater blonde, short hair, keeps it high and tight. Is he the
Brian.
Kind of light? Yes,
Brian.
yes, lighter eyes, right?
Yes. Okay,
Brian.
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 Oh, he kind of looks like he
Brian
kind of looks like he.
McNeil.
Yeah, that guy kind of looks like
Hi, Brian.
if Teen Wolf was halfway through the transformation.
Which guy? Brian.
The Brian guy. Yeah, I always.
Brian, nobody. He didn't have any facial hair or anything.
No, but he's
Gorgeous.
got that face that kind of looks like the bully from A Christmas Story. That like it almost looks like the very beginning of a CGI where someone's turning into a werewolf. Look it up.
Oh man, you know what I think of? I think of him as
Pull him up.
I think
You'll
of
see
him.
I'm right.
I think of him as a waiter, and the reason why is because the guy in shoot, what's the movie? Office Space. The 15 Pieces of Flair guy.
Yeah.
That comes
Yeah.
out and is like, hey, what can I get
Is
you?
that Mike Judge?
No.
No,
I'm
that
not
was-
talking about the boss. I'm talking about the waiter. Always reminds me.
Oh, okay.
Brian Luttrell
Brian Luttrell.
and Howie Doro.
Pull that guy up.
Okay.
See?
So okay.
Yes.
You're
Kind of
right.
looks like he's getting ready to turn into a werewolf.
He does look
Yes.
different now. Let's see.
But even back then, he still had like that, that puffy, like pre-adolescent cheekbone situation going on. I'm not saying he's not a handsome guy. He just looked like, he might be turning into a nighttime lupine.
Okay. Now look at Brian Luttrell.
I see it.
And the waiter from Office Space.
Yeah.
Like
I see
the kiss ass waiter.
And Kevin looks like that guy for the stapler. The guy,
Yeah, he's the one that finger guns him.
the guy Moon is replacing. Somebody took my stapler.
No, El Monstero's playing tomorrow over at the amphitheater. And Moon, and you've done this many times in the past.
Yes, I have performed many songs with them, different things. Even did that full, I don't know what record it was, but I was like the grandmother, and I did Welcome to the Machine and some acting, if you will. So yeah,
You'll be singing with El Monstero tomorrow. That's it. No big deal.
That's it.
No big deal.
People like to be surprised. It's always a cameo during that song.
Monstero.
So you just busted everybody's bubble. So
El Monstero.
Well,
Well, you
let
don't know
me-
what song.
get ready for the flood of emails.
Let me red laser everybody so they forget.
Okay.
Thank you.
A la Men in Black.
The audio version.
You don't know
Jimmy
what song.
Griffin's coming in this morning down the hall, too. So you
Oh, is
guys
he
are going to
really?
get in a fist fight
Oh.
in the hallway.
He looks like he's a scrapper, too.
Oh, for real.
Jimmy?
He could pound
No way, man.
somebody. He's such a lover, man.
Yeah, dude.
He's the
like,
sweetest guy.
He looks like the first guy to walk over, not run.
He
Walk
would
over and
beat
go,
somebody
guys,
with his guitar.
guys,
you know?
can't we just like talk about classic rock or something? And not
Push
fight?
to a limit, and then it's on.
No way. I think Jimmy's.
I mean, he could defend his honor. I don't think he couldn't, but I'm just saying he would rather lead with love than.
Yeah. I
Hate,
think he's
you
the
know what I'm
first guy to
talking
break
about?
up a fight. Be like, guys, come on. Look at this guitar. Watch
speaking of-
me play this.
He is an El Monstero, which is Spanish for the Monstero.
The Monstero.
Speaking of fighting, so, my son takes martial arts and loves it. He does the tournament, martial arts
And
stuff.
I have talked to his sensei, and he is very talented. Your son.
My son, yeah, he's good at it. I will say, not just because he's my son, but he enjoys the combat aspect of the martial arts. He doesn't so much like doing the forms and stuff like that. He's more into it for the
He
fighting.
doesn't like the katas?
Yeah, he doesn't like that part.
Oh, well, you have to have good kata discipline.
Sure.
Yeah, especially music.
So I guess when you go for your belt tests, like some of the higher levels, it's not just like there's a ceremony and they just hand out, your white belt and your yellow belt. You actually have to show that you're worthy of the higher belts. It's basically, hey, parents are not allowed in when we do this belt test. Like, hey, come back in 2.5 hours. So I don't know what happens, during those belt tests. I know they have to fight the sensei.
Rex Kwon Do from Napoleon Dynamite.
Yes.
There's a guy out there in his red
His American flag.
trying to strike me.
From Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah.
He slaps them.
So the boy got the belt, and after the session was over, the Sensei Brett comes up to me. I say, hey man, he goes, part of the belt test is you have to come and do like full on combat with me.
Yes.
And Sensei Brett is like a world champion.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Like this
He
guy's
was on the national team.
is a world champion, martial artist. This guy is no joke. I've seen this guy fight. He goes, your son. He goes, there were kids that were like crying because they knew they had to fight me. He goes, your son was smiling the entire time that I was kicking his ass.
Gets up and down.
Wow, nice, scary.
I said, you know what? That's a good tactic.
Yeah,
You want to try to fight the guy
Yeah.
that's smiling the entire time he's getting hit in the face?
Yes.
That's the Russian in him.
That's what
Yeah.
that's what we Rizzutos do. We smile while you kick our ass.
Yeah.
Take your pain and I eat it like candy. But I will
I'm like,
attack your fist.
that's a great tactic.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to pick somebody here to fight. I'm not going to pick the guy smiling because this guy's obviously a psycho.
That's the move right before nakedness. Like when that guy that always like picks fights. He picks fights on the streets and he just takes his pants off and people are like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to fight you, man.
Yeah, you ever watch the videos of the street fights and guys take off their shirts?
Hell yeah.
Like I take off my shirt and my pants.
Women take off our earrings first.
That's what
how
I'm
you
saying,
know.
dude. You don't want to fight the guy that's smiling. You definitely don't want to fight the guy that's smiling that just took off his pants.
I like it when a guy's like, have you ever seen the movie? Oh my gosh, what is it called?
Dumb and Dumber.
No.
The Rookie.
Striptease.
No.
All right,
Rookie of the Year.
Let's stop throwing movies out, guys.
It's
Jurassic
Steve
Park.
Carell, it's Ryan Gosling. It's Emma Stone. It's a love movie.
Stupid Crazy Love.
That's it. I love whenever.
Point.
I love when Ryan Gosling, when Steve Carell's nemesis, Kevin Bacon, who was sleeping with his wife, comes up and Ryan Gosling wants to defend Steve Carell. And he was like, whatever his name is, Donald Fagen or whatever. And he takes his ring off and he's like, all right. And he takes his ring off. There's something real hot about that when a guy's like, all right, we're about ready to scrap and do this. And they take their ring off. I don't know. To me.
Why would you take your rings off?
Well, because he didn't want to mess up his ring. But that moment in that movie is like, whew. I don't know. There's something about that. I'm into it.
You like fighters, huh? There's two types of women: those that like fighters and those that don't.
Well, I'm also a fighter. Like if something's gonna go down, like you don't want me there. Like Tim doesn't fight probably because I will also jump in.
Right.
And so,
you're taking off a heel.
Yes.
Taking a high heel to somebody?
See, I don't know. I see in my situation as well with my wife, like I got to hold her back.
That's what Tim, that's Tim as well.
And I've had to do it in the past.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's embarrassing.
Maybe the Russian in her.
It is.
You know, it can get embarrassing.
But would you be, if somebody messed with you, would you be turned on if Tim defended your honor?
Oh, yeah. Like, and he's done it. He's done it a couple of times where he hasn't gotten anybody's face or anything like that. But he
wrote a threatening letter.
No. He's pushed. He's like, a guy has approached me and kind of gotten in my face before. And Tim Tim very, very calmly, like, I don't know, the way that he kind of pressed that guy back, like, do not.
Hey, buddy.
Did he say so?
Get away from my lady.
And you could tell he was ready to.
Oh, yeah. He was ready
go
to
time.
go. Yes.
There are some women that would not be okay with that.
Sure. Absolutely. Whatever.
There would be some women that would be
Southern
turned
Illinois
off.
woman. She still got that soul ill in
That's
her,
right.
dude.
You're gonna fight
She wants somebody to fight at the bonfire for her.
That's right. Yeah.
I dig that about
But see, I don't know. I'm not going to get nuts if people are getting nuts with me. But if you start getting crazy on somebody that I care about, that's when things get nuts.
You want to
with
get
me.
nuts?
You're
Let's
like
get
Mike-
nuts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're Michael Keaton, dude.
break the freaking thing.
And by the way, somebody says I may be raising the Joker at home,
Maybe.
which is a possibility. But the matter of fact way that his sensei said, "Hey man, he was smiling the entire time, like other kids were crying.
That's funny.
He was smiling." I go, "All right, that's my boy." Hey, Lern, I want to answer this question.
Okay.
So a video's gone viral. And by the way, this is my Friday leftovers. Like, here's stuff I didn't get to this week that I want to talk about. So a video's gone viral this week, and I think the podcast is called Mean Girls. Have you heard of this podcast?
No.
So these two girls are
Mean.
they're asked dating questions. What a guy should do on a date. One question is getting some serious backlash. When a guy meets your friends for the first time, should he buy all their drinks?
Whoa. Never heard that before.
What?
I didn't either.
Have I been missing
It's a good move.
something?
That's a great
So let's
move.
say, Learn, you're
Yeah.
seeing a guy.
We're at Helen's.
You're at Helen's.
Yeah.
Hey, you tell all your hen friends.
Yeah. Thanks, buddy.
To all the hens.
Hey, what up, my hens? Back to you.
Listen up, fellow hens.
Hey, fellow hens.
Hey, let's say you're dating Tim.
Okay.
You've maybe gone on 1 or 2 dates. Hey, the guy I'm seeing, Tim is coming. He's going to come to Helen's.
He's hot.
You're going to meet him
Yes.
for the first time. So Tim shows up. Is it Tim's duty to buy all your friends' drinks?
It is not, but I will say this, he's done it. This is a move that he's done, and I think it really does set apart. It's not really on it. The women shouldn't judge, but the men should judge, because I don't think the hens are expecting to get drinks bought for them. But the move of the guy that your girl is now dating, and he's hot, and he's like, hey, does everybody need a drink? Oh, all right, yeah, let me fill it all up. And he just does it. That is super cool.
Super cool. Maybe it's not required, but
right.
damn, that's a smart move.
Smart move.
Well, here's what the ladies on the podcast said.
When a guy meets your friends for the first time, should he pay for all your friends, even if there's 4 of them? 1, 2, 3, yes.
Okay. They agree.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not hers.
I don't know why it's getting backlash.
Probably because of the quality of microphones.
Well, let's
Little
not
tinny.
take that into account.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Are men upset They're going, ooh, we don't need to be buying more drinks. Equal rights, buy them yourself. Like, is that what's going on?
It's a mixture. It's a mixture of both men and women.
I think it's a cool move. Tim's done it.
It's a great
It's appreciated.
I do it.
I would do it too.
I know you will. Everybody.
Smart
Because
move.
if you endear yourself with the friends,
Sweetheart. Hearts, all of
Bartended
you.
for any amount of time, you know the deal.
Yeah.
that's the move.
Yeah.
Classy.
Here's what you're doing. It's classy. You're buying currency with the friends. Is what you're really doing. Is be like, well,
Making a good first impression.
pretty nice guy. Oh, that was sweet. Well, he's not a scrub. He's not some broke scrub.
Right.
Because you don't need her friends in her ear trying to
I'm saying
sabotage
you
your
endear
angles.
yourself to the friends.
That's exactly
It's a good
right. It's
move.
ingratiation. Whether you like it or not, it is part of society. You
It's
ingratiate
part of the
yourself
game.
to the new group. And I think that's also like, I worked in a bar long enough to see there's a social currency there. Like there'd be like groups of people hanging out. They always knew the person who didn't buy around. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was always the one guy who was a cheapskate. Somebody buy around, everybody get a chip token. Somebody else, there'd be people sitting there with like 4 or 5 drink tokens sitting in front of them because they were all buying each other rounds. Everybody's spreading the love, and there's that one guy who's taking the
Who's
tokens.
freeloading.
But he ain't, and they all know as soon as he walks out, they're like, "Yeah, Frank didn't buy a."
Yeah, didn't buy
Oh,
around.
it's Frank didn't buy around.
Yeah.
You know, like
Right.
so. People notice that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I've tried to do that. So Tim went to Milwaukee last year with all of his boys, and I knew they were going to this really nice restaurant. They're going to have themselves. They got like a back room that they were going to all have dinner. That's all of his college buddies. And they were going to go to a basketball game after.
Oh, this is when you got him the stripper.
This is when I got him the
Nice.
stripper.
Classic.
And so I was like, Sheila,
Classic Lern.
get up there. No, but I did. He told me about the restaurant they were going to. So I thought it'd be cool to call up to the restaurant and go, hey, can I buy a round of tequila shots for the room? And can you take my card over the phone? And this dude who answered the phone was completely clueless, like, no, I can't do that. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I really wanted to do something cool like that.
Right.
To say, like, have a great time. Thanks for taking the husband
That's
for a
awesome.
weekend.
That's very nice of you.
And it didn't happen. But I would suggest to my ladies out there doing something similar like that for your dudes every now and then.
You're gonna buy shots for the whole room,
For their
Their
table.
little table.
They had like 10 guys with them.
man. That's
Dang.
real backfire if the guy goes up to the table in front of all his friends, like, "Hey, your wife's on the phone."
And she
Like,
wants, yeah.
boo, she tracked you down.
Well, and here's Eric on the instant feedback saying, hell no, I'm not trying to F your friends.
Then he's the backlash. He doesn't get it. That's all right.
Yeah, but short-sighted, dude. Because maybe not, but she's also going to notice that you treated her friends well.
Right.
So
Yeah.
if
It's not
that's
a-
your end game is just trying to bang,
Yeah, that's not
still,
right.
one, that sucks, but two, still buying you good currency in
Sure.
that department, too.
I guess you could say, hey, man, I dig this chick. I'm trying to get in good with her. I want this to be a lasting thing.
And also,
Her friends are important to her. Let me.
You're buying
Let me-
around, too. You
let
have to
me
buy
make nice
all
with
their
the
drinks
friends.
all night.
And I think that little effort goes a long way.
what else are you going to do? You're going to sit there and listen to everybody's stories and like pay all attention to every, you know what I'm saying? Like you're meeting her, the people that you're in line with, right? These are her friends. These are her best
Mm-hmm.
friends. They're going to be around you whether you like them or not. And so either you're going to do something nice in the way of, hey, currency, here's a drink,
Yeah.
or you're going to be very attentive. Like you got to pick where your attention to detail is, I guess.
Conversely, converse point to this, though, ladies, don't take advantage.
Sure.
I've seen this as a bartender many times. New guy buying around for all his gal pals, and all of a sudden they got expensive taste. All of a sudden I was like, hey, you were drinking Stag up until this point. And she's like, I'll have a top shelf Grey Goose Appletini with Grand Marnier.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, whoa, you weren't drinking that earlier. Like,
he's
why?
buying.
Well, Mark's buying. Yeah, all of a sudden their expectations of what it,
Yeah.
I'll have the $16 drink.
Uh-huh.
Like, don't take advantage. Drink what you were already drinking.
Right.
I think it's nice
That should
we
be
could
the rule.
we could swoon the ladies by showing, hey, I'm really terrible at investing my money. Here you go. I'm wasting it. There you go for everybody.
Yeah, you're wasting it.
Yeah.
We like it,
How's
Scott.
wasting it? How's it wasting it?
Well, you're gonna pee it out in like 10 seconds. It's not a long
I think
lasting.
it's a lovely
Boy,
gesture.
he's fun at parties.
Hey, this guy.
You are fun. You are fun at
You
parties.
never have to buy
Invite
What are you
Scott.
Scott.
drinking there? Water?
yeah.
Guess where that's going to go?
I think it's a lovely gesture. It shouldn't be expected, but is lovely.
Yeah, I think it's a good. I think it's a good thing to do.
Yeah, it's cool.
Is that how it was presented on the podcast? Like, hey, is this a great thing to do, or is this what every guy should do?
It's they presented it like, here's what every guy should do.
And maybe that's why they're getting the pushback.
I think
Right.
so.
Just the entitlement and expectation
Yeah, yeah.
is often pushed back because it gets out of control pretty quick.
And that's really the crux of the backlash is you're expecting this?
Yeah, don't tell us what to do type of thing.
Yeah. If it was like this nice, classy gesture that was just suggested, I think it would be taken very differently from the general young men, group.
Don't tell me what to do.
Right.
What I have to do.
Right. I'm telling you, that's a
You really
that's a
wanna
big
go.
difference. You want to talk about social ingratiation, like, just be
Yeah.
cool about what you're expecting.
If you really want to go the extra mile, pay for dinner. Pay for everyone's dinner.
Wow. Yeah.
This guy.
And I'll tell you what, panties are coming off.
That's right. Panties dropping.
Everybody's.
Everybody.
Maybe.
Everybody's. They
Who
may be-
knows?
All the way
they
around.
may not- they're just going to melt off.
Who knows?
Especially if it's a buffet.
Pay for dinner, solid class move. Now you might be in some trouble with Discover. At the end of the day.
Yes.
People might read through that, though, and go, all right, calm down. You know what I'm saying? Like, girls might be like, you don't have to buy. Just buy a drink. That's fine. You don't have to
It's
go.
never good enough for you, is it?
nice.
It's
No,
never
always.
good enough for the girls, is
Playing
it?
devil's advocate.
Gee whiz.
Hilarious.
Well, I would say take the risk. I've bought dinner before, but I buy dinner sometimes sometimes it's nice to just surprise people.
Well, and then
So you
announce-
want me to buy your love, but you don't want me to buy
Don't
too much of
overspend.
your
You
love.
have to announce, hey,
That's what we're doing.
guys, dinner's on me. No appetizers. Okay.
Yeah.
No.
There you go.
Like a
Yeah.
cheapskate
You just sneak off and pay the bill.
with those Rangoons.
That's the move.
Yeah,
Don't
no
make a
Rangoon,
production.
everybody.
You sneak off, you pay the bill.
Don't make a big
Oh,
deal.
yeah.
Play cool,
Don't make a
man.
big deal.
Play cool.
Sneaking off and paying the bill is the best. I love doing that stuff.
Don't make a big production. Don't throw yourself a ticker tape parade. And tip well.
Yep.
Don't. I was the worst person in the world as one that would pay for everyone's meal and then just stiff the waiter. Happened all the time.
Oh, man.
Hey, man, sorry you got in over your head trying to be the cool guy.
That
If you're be the cool
erases-
guy, be the cool guy.
That erases all the good you've done.
100%.
That erases all the good you've done is stiffing the waiter. That's rotten. I brought this up before. Has anybody gone to a bar and said, rounds on me to everybody?
I did this last December because my band was playing in this bar. We had like a 9.
Oh, your band was playing, so there's 5 people there. Hey, yo.
No, there was. There was only like 5 people that came out. Thanks, Rizz.
Finger off the trigger. He went to
No, you can hit it.
That's okay.
I was only kidding.
No, it goes into the story. So we're playing this bar in Alton, and it's like a 9 to 1 a.m. show. And honestly, we do not need to be out that late as a band. We're more of like a day band at a bar and like at a winery or something. And so first time playing that late at this new place, and it's during the holidays, so there's all sorts of excuses backed into it. There was maybe 10 people that came out to see our band, and they were having a good time. And so from the stage, I was like, you know what? Round on me, buying this entire room some drinks, because they stayed the whole night. And it actually was a lot of fun, but it was so lame because only 10 people showed
Yeah, but that's
up.
awesome.
Cool feeling, though, huh?
But cool feeling to go like, hey, bartender, buy a
Rounds
round for
on
the bar.
me.
Like, yeah, it was really cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That should be a bucket list thing for you.
Well, I did that once and got in trouble.
Wait,
Why?
how'd you get in trouble? The bar
Because
said, no,
I
don't
did it-
give us
It was
your
at
money.
Busch Stadium.
Because we were at, I forget what the name of the place is. We were there for a friend's birthday. And I don't know, I was in the moment. And it was a crowded place.
Yeah.
Rounded tequila on me. Oh. My wife was like, what are you doing?
Really? Because it was going to be so expensive?
There was like 75 people there.
Oh, my God.
Dang.
Nice,
what's the
man.
math
Moneybags
there?
Rizzuto.
You're like, rail tequila.
Right.
Yeah. Water it.
Not Patron.
So
What
what was
are
the
you
bill?
doing? She took care of it. I was hammered.
Yeah.
let's
Well,
say-
that's why she was mad.
Let's say it's $6 shots, right?
Yeah.
Is that reasonable? It's been a while for me.
This was
Probably depends on where you're at.
Sometimes 10.
we were not in the city, out in the county.
Okay,
I want to
so-
say like Baldwin area.
$6? It's $450 for 7.
I think like $8 is more, right? Like,
I'd meet in the middle somewhere. Yeah.
We'll meet in the middle.
Because I'm guessing you did not order rail.
$525.
Nice.
That was a $525 $1
Yeah.
decision.
That was smart.
Snap decision.
That's if everybody took you up on it.
of hey, this is a good idea.
I saw. I was in the moment. There was a cover band. It was a cover band, and I was like into it.
You're having the best time.
I was having a great time.
Oh, this is my song.
We got to the bar on a party bus.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I love this.
the clues are starting to add up.
All right. I love this part of you. Yes. I think that's great. It's expensive.
I may have stood on a chair and said it too, so my head was above everybody.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That's the opposite of sneaking away and doing it.
And,
Honest till
It's hard to sneak away and buy a round for 75 people.
they're playing the police.
next thing you know,
Trays.
trays of shots started coming out.
I'm sure.
Were you excited?
That's the best.
No, because immediately it was like, "What have you done?"
Did you do like a social? We're like, all right, this goes out to you,
No.
Joe Dirt. All right. You didn't do any
No.
sort of toast? You just let
You didn't
people
say
have
long
it?
live the queen?
No, it was so stupid.
God save the queen.
How'd you feel the next day when you found this out? Because my
Well, I got a talking to.
did you remember doing it?
I know I did. I remember doing it. I wasn't blackout drunk. I was feeling good. I was like, hey.
Yeah. But
You're
like,
feeling the love,
in the
dude.
morning.
Yeah, I was feeling love that night, and I just wanted to just keep the party going.
First phase
Like it.
sober Rizz. Did you regret it? Were you like, oh, that was a bad decision?
Yeah.
Or were you like,
Yes,
no,
it
that
was-
was a good decision, but man, I wish it wouldn't have cost me so much.
Yes. Yeah, like a good decision.
I'm glad I did that.
Yeah.
I'll never do that again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a good night.
That better be you on August 18th at St. Louis Music Park.
At my birthday party?
Yeah,
Yes.
introduce the band and be
You better
like,
get on that stage
No.
and go.
Out of tequila.
Round of
No.
drinks
before
for
I
the whole
introduce this
show.
next
No.
band, round on me.
Yeah.
Woo! Happy
No.
birthday.
Maybe Hubbard can put like a card down at the bar, and we'll just
Okay, I'm going to ask that.
Yeah, can I
ask
get the
John
cash equivalent?
Chiowski. This is all you want for your birthday is just a drink. That'd actually be really cool if we could do like a huge toast with everybody. Maybe not on our bill, but like at some point to you in the night.
During the show?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Get your drinks out.
Now, can I get a water and the cash equivalent, please?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You get $5.
Well, this is not fair.
Be fun.
No. Get this man an NA.
Fives
I'm
for
gonna make
everybody.
Jello shots for backstage for that.
Oh,
I got all
right.
sorts of ideas in my head.
Is there a backstage there?
I don't know. We'll put
St.
you
Louis
somewhere.
Music Park?
Yeah, kinda.
I've only seen one show there.
It was with me.
Which show
No,
was it?
I wasn't there with you.
You sure?
Yeah. It was when it opened. It was like
It was the opening,
I
right?
think it was the
Alice Cooper?
no.
It was the hard opening party, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, that was with me, man. It was you, me, and Johnny and Clark.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Memorable. No one
That's
bought.
I had a knife on me and they made me go back to the car. Yeah.
right.
I was like, all right, first person to be
Yeah.
denied entry to St. Louis Music Park.
We did one of those circle camera things. Remember? It was
Oh
fun.
yeah, okay.
It was a good time.
It was fun. Yeah, we had a great time.
But we did
I
not
hold the
remember
distinction of
band
being the
playing.
first person turned away at the door.
Look
That's
at
right.
you.
Yeah.
For
Have you guys
weapons.
broadcast
weapons.
there before?
No.
No.
Their broadcast booth for being there for shows is really cool.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. It looks awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
it's
haven't done
cool. It's a cool place. And join us on August 18th for my birthday party with The Urge and Stabbing Westward and Jimmy's Chicken Shack. maybe Lern will buy you a drink.
Hey,
I don't know.
Maybe I will.
I don't know. Anything can happen.
I'm gonna go up and just say, next round on Jimmy's Chicken Shack.
And they'll go, no, please. Hey, do you have a friend who never buys drinks?
No.
Like if you were at a group,
Yeah.
I got a buddy. That I don't know if his wallet weighs 4,000 pounds or it's sewn into his pants, but it never seems to come out.
I have a guy I used to do improv with that our team would go do shows and stuff in other cities. He never bought food or drink. He would like hang at the table and eat everyone's leftovers. You know what I mean? Like we'd all order
Like a
food and
scavenger?
He was
Like
like
a
a
vulture?
scavenger dude. Just like he'd order like something small, tiny, cheap. And then as everyone was finishing their meal and they're like, I'm halfway done with this. And he's like, can I have the other half of that? And he would eat,
How old is this person?
well into his 30s. at this point. I mean, it was a good strategy because he kind of got a smorgasbord borg of whatever was left over.
Yeah,
So
half
you'd be
chewed
with a group of
fries.
people.
Yeah, we'd have like 10 people on our improv team. We'd go to Chicago, go out to a nice Thai restaurant.
9 would order something.
Yeah.
And we'll call him Jim.
Jim would just kind of, he'd kind of vulture, dude.
Water.
Yeah, well, he'd get like a water, and he'd get like a small order of dumplings or something. $4 appetizer.
Cheapest thing on the menu.
Is he
Cheapest
poor?
thing on the menu. No. No. But he was
That's a
scavenger, dude.
Frugal.
Scavenger, dude.
Chris says they have alligator arms. Oh, I can't reach my wallet. Oh, I can't reach my wallet. My arms
It's
don't
hard
go.
to open that Velcro. That
I had a
Velcro's
friend
really
in
sticky.
high school, early college, too, that would do big guy. Big guy. Love him. Hey, let's go get, he'd invite you to lunch or invite you to eat. You'd get there, you'd eat, you'd order, go to the diner. He'd order a lot of food. Big dude. Forgot his wallet. Ah. Do you mind, man? I left my wallet, and it was chronic. He would do it a lot. The old I forgot my wallet trick.
No way. Now, fool me once, you know.
Oh, yeah, it got to be like we started
Shame
checking.
on somebody.
We started checking. We'd be like, you got your wallet, right? Huh?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got to ask at the beginning.
Yeah,
like, hey,
yeah.
before we order, let's establish the location of your wallet.
Yes, we
Yes.
had.
Where is it?
Where is
Yes,
it?
we had that conversation several times.
Where's your wallet, Jim? Where's the wallet?
This game
I have
again.
it. I don't have to show it to you. I know that I have it. No, I want to see it. Show me the money in it.
Yeah. Open it up. Open it up. Credit cards, good. Let me see the expiration dates. All right, we're fine. Go ahead. Feel free to order. Hey, remember, was it last week we talked about that tourist that drew on the Colosseum?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, and remember they were talking about like it maybe not even being that big of a deal as far as like sentence goes.
Oh, it's a big deal.
It should be.
Did you read the
Remember,
story?
we
Did
were
you
talking-
follow up?
I saw a headline and it was a fine, right? Or was it?
He's got a. Well, he hasn't been. The fines have not been levied yet, but we now know who it is.
Oh, okay. I think I saw a headline that was a little bit steeper than we anticipated.
So there was a video making the rounds, I think it was last week, of a guy at the Colosseum in Rome. What's that, 2,000 years old? The Roman Colosseum, 2,000 years old. Big tourist spot.
million years old.
Yeah.
Big tourist spot in Rome. So this guy's being filmed with a key on one of the bricks outside the Colosseum, writing his name and his girlfriend's name and the date.
Yeah.
You know,
And
I bet he
acting-
paid for the friends' drinks and everything.
And acting like
This is-
smiling.
this
like
is
it's
normal.
no big deal.
Right.
Like it's no big deal. And people are like, typical American tourist. Typical American comes to our country, doesn't give a crap.
Yeah.
Well, guess what?
What?
He ain't American.
Oh.
Hey, all right.
Oh,
Feels like a
nice.
win for us,
It is.
doesn't it?
Hey,
I really feel
congratulations.
that.
Yeah.
It's more of a whew.
I know.
Oh, good.
I really feel.
USA, greatest country in the world.
Really feel like it's a win for us. We just.
Definitely.
He's from England. He's an English guy, and that video went viral worldwide. So he wasn't hiding. Like you can't hide from how viral this video went. So he was pretty much immediately identified as this guy from England. His name is Ivan Dimitrov,
Don't sound English.
but he lives in England.
Okay.
Ivan Dimitrov.
Sounds like he might be of.
And, you know, the Roman Colosseum is 2,000 years old, and this guy has lawyered up, and he has written a letter of apology to the people of Italy.
But he wrote it on a brick from the Colosseum, so it's not. He doubled down.
It's an issue.
He wrote an entire letter of apology on the Parthenon.
Some gladiator spear
Not
that
good.
he stole.
He has the worst excuse for what he did. that I've-
Excuse.
I'm in
Oh.
love.
He went for an excuse
Oh,
instead
yeah.
of a wow, I blew it.
He's basically pleading ignorance.
I didn't know.
He writes,
Let's hear him out.
I admit with deepest embarrassment that it was only after what regrettably happened that I learned of the monument's antiquity.
Oh.
He didn't know the Roman Colosseum was old.
What a dumbass.
That is his excuse. And I swear to God, this is in the letter.
How old is
He's 31 years old.
31?
Basically, he says that he wrote on a brick outside the 2,000-year-old Roman Colosseum. He did it because he did not know it was old. It was only after what regrettably happened that I learned of the monument's antiquity.
So he's pleading ignorance here? This is he talked to a lawyer. And
Yep.
he's like,
He
you need to
acknowledged-
figure something out.
He acknowledged the, quote, seriousness of the deed I committed. And he offered his heartfelt, sincere apologies to the Italians and the entire world for the damage done to a monument, which is, in fact, heritage of all humanity.
Dude's going to have the ghost of some emperors after him for the rest of his life,
yeah.
I feel. Was it
Big time.
Vespucian or something?
But you know what? What a way to bring that monument to the current times. You know what I'm saying? Like the entitlement, the ignorance, the way that this story has just burned through every country probably of what an idiot this kid is. It is reflective of the times we are living through now being added to the history of that place.
Yeah.
In such a way that is so perfect.
Wait till they see the penis he drew on the Pyramid of Giza. He got away with that one.
I didn't know it was old.
I didn't know it was old.
He's like, it's my apology tour. I did not know.
I thought there was a casino in there.
Dude, I love drawing on buildings, man.
I just like drawing on buildings, man.
I thought it was a Taco Bell.
I'm a graffiti writer.
I didn't know.
Man.
2,000 years old, this thing. I
didn't know about
I
it.
didn't know it was old.
I didn't know why I was here. My girlfriend wanted to come see this place. I thought it was just a rundown building.
Even still,
Are
the need to draw on things.
Are they broken up? That's what I really care about. Like,
Well, so what he scribbled into the Colosseum was Ivan plus Haley 62323.
How'd they find his name? That was smart. Did he think it was like an old Olive Garden or something, maybe?
yeah.
I thought it was a Taco Bell.
No.
So the video goes viral. Ivan, whose identity was then not known, was, in the words of the article, wildly rebuked for his devil-may-care attitude.
He wrote-
in the video,
I
you see him,
rebuke thee.
in the video, you see him like, hey, no big deal. I'm just doing my thing.
They got me thinking. So I've done some childish things and some wild things and whatever, but I've never understood, and I've never actually even thought about it until now. I've never understood remember, like you would see the carving in the tree with the heart and the blah blah blah. And I remember being very young, going, "What the heck is that?" Seeing it in a cartoon or something, and my dad being like, "Don't ever do that, man. You're just damaging these trees, right?" And then you see people carving the buildings. You see the spray paint on a bridge. You see all this kind of stuff. Have any of you guys ever done any of that stupid crap, like written?
Yep.
You have?
I've spray painted on stuff.
I don't get it. I mean,
something?
like the names. I'm not talking about like murals or something on the river wall. I'm talking about like really.
There's Lerns out all over the place.
Remember, this is how
What is it?
This is how I proposed to my wife. I went to Water Tower. I was like, "Will you marry me,
Right.
Allison?" Yeah.
Like the vandal love. Like what is that? What is the draw?
I dated a guy who was a graffiti writer, and he was really good. And he would follow that underground subculture. Like, there was a Lern, Lern, graffiti writer in the 70s or 80s out of New York. And so you'll see like subway cars and different trains and stuff with Lern. It's not me. It's this guy.
Sounds like something the guy would say.
No, I've seen it.
No, but it sounds like something the graffiti artist would, like Banksy would pretend like it wasn't Banksy.
Oh,
I
you're
think
saying
maybe
it's me?
It was you.
Well,
I
real
am
quick,
Banksy.
the tagging and the art, like the artistry of it. Like,
Yeah.
I kind of understand that. I'm not
Sure.
talking about that. I'm talking about like like
Just being stupid and be
me.
like, "Lern
I
was
can't even.
here."
I can't even make it like a straight heart and like on some big stone monument. I'm going and I put a heart and like 2 letters and a plus. Like what is that?
Well, it's because I grew up in, Monroe County and then Franklin County down in Southern Illinois, where we didn't have, like in the summer times and before we were driving and stuff, you'd get on your bikes with a can of spray paint with your guy friends and you'd go out on the back roads and, people before you would have spray painted all over, so you want to like leave your mark. And so there's a ton of bridges in both of those counties that have like
Names
stupid
all
fun
over the
things.
place.
But it's always like Lern was here, Lern loves whomever at the time.
That's your OG timeline. That was Facebook in a relationship before there was Facebook in a relationship.
Right.
It was RW plus whoever.
So you're talking like small bridges. You're not talking about like monuments or trees
Well,
or any of that kind of stuff.
And then I
Stand
was
used
really
to 'em?
bad in high school. My cousins and I, we climbed up the top of a huge shaft of a coal mine that will be unnamed. And we went up there and smoked a doobie, and we left.
Doobie.
We did like a mural. We did like some sort of art. I don't remember what we spray painted, but like, yeah, like, I mean, I did some bad stuff.
How do you
like that.
climb up a shaft of a coal mine?
Well, I don't know. They have like this coal mine had like what looked like a silo almost, but it was concrete. And then they had, I don't know what it was used for, but they had a shaft that went from literally the ground where I think
The hole was.
and then it was decrepit, so it was out of business. And so you would just shimmy up the coal mine shaft to the terrible kid to the top. I mean, you're up, I don't know how many feet in the air. And yeah, and then we would climb the ladder down. So
I don't know why, but I feel like
Dangerous.
that's not as bad. You know,
When
it's
I
like
was
it's like a defunct silo or something. That's kind of different. I mean, you know, it's a bit of a reach between that and the Colosseum,
Yeah,
or between
absolutely.
that and
Seems
like,
kind of a defunct old
The Colosseum.
entertainment complex, if you think about it.
Yeah.
It's just been defunct for 2,000 years.
Yes. Just a
yeah.
rundown,
You guys ever
rundown
done that?
arena.
You ever carve anything or
No,
or-
but I remember when I was in elementary school, I think I was in 5th grade. My brother's 3 years younger. They had just painted the doors of the school. And I remember my brother got in trouble. My parents got a phone call saying, hey, you know, Nick carved and defaced the door of the building. And I think my parents were like, how do you know it was him? Because he wrote his name.
I love that. He was in trouble for the name thing, not the carving. I was saying.
Because he, dummy, actually wrote his name.
Right.
You idiot.
Like, here it is. And good point on the feedback. Like, this guy's 31 years old. He's still writing Ivan plus Haley.
yeah.
I mean, that
Yeah.
there's a lot of reaches.
What a
here.
dork. And here's how the Italian authorities caught him. So they took Ivan plus Haley and then cross-referenced all the hotels in the area. Did an Ivan and a Haley check in anywhere? And yeah, there was an Airbnb that had an Ivan and a Haley there. So that's how they figured out who it was. No, this guy's looking at between 2 and 5 years in prison and a fine up to $25,000.
Yeah. Sucks for him.
How many years in prison?
Between 2 and 5.
In Italy? So you get to live in Italy for a while?
Yeah.
Man, honestly, like I hate to say it, but it's almost one of those things where you have to have a stiff penalty as a deterrent.
Well, and here's what the Italian authorities are saying, like, hey, we're tired of tourists coming here and just doing what they want to do. Like, we're tired of tourists coming here, defacing property, damaging things.
This is an Earth museum piece, and if it can't be protected, then it can't be enjoyed.
Yeah.
And if it can't be protected by fences and whatever else, because you know we want to see the inside, we want to have access, then you're going to have stiff penalties as deterrents. I mean, that's kind of what comes with the privilege, right?
When I went to Mexico last year, we went to Chichen Itza, and 2 weeks before we got there, the lady had climbed on it. to
Oh,
do a
yeah,
TikTok
there's video
dance
of
or
that.
whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Also not American. Second win for us, because I thought
US
for sure
and
it was like an
greatest
Australian.
country in the world.
Yes.
We're coming up.
Pretty sure, because for a while it didn't come out who it was, and I'm like, that's an American move.
And they closed it down.
They didn't close it down.
Well,
but
you're not
she
allowed
was
to climb up.
She got arrested. She was in Mexican prison because you're not allowed to climb. I mean, it's like an archaeological site. And it's pretty, you can't get to Chichen Itza. You can't just stroll up on it. It's like you have to go through a gate. You have to talk to people who are conservation officers in Mexico. Like, you kind of know the deal by the time you get there. So it wasn't like, pleading ignorance would be very hard. So I would imagine the Colosseum is probably similar. I don't think you can just walk up on the Colosseum. I haven't been there. Maybe you can.
I know you can go in.
Thought it was just on the street.
I think it's just on the street.
You could just
And-
walk down a sidewalk.
And from what I
He's got
understand,
a little bit of more of a case then, because by the time when we went to, you would have had to really try to get on to Chichen Itza. So she just like went up.
You have to go under ropes or over a barricade.
There's like ropes for sure. And there's just tons of people. Like, there's no way you're not going to be seen.
Oh, and
'Cause
she
it is-
climbed up that.
Like, you can clap at certain point in front of Chichen Itza, the way it was like designed by like ancient physicists or
and
whatever.
that's the step pyramid.
Yeah, it's really cool because
Yeah,
you
it's
can
cool
stand
looking.
in a certain spot
And the lights
it
come
will
on.
come back to you. It was almost like the first acoustic. It was made for like acoustic jams.
Hey, they're saying this guy is he lives in England, but he's Bulgarian.
Yeah, he's Eastern Bloc for sure.
Well, with the name Ivan Dimitrov.
He's a fitness instructor, lives in Bristol, Bulgarian. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking,
Living in England.
I'm
so
looking at the picture of him doing it.
Hello, I'm Ivan.
Listen, I don't know if England wants to claim him, but
No, I mean, yeah, I think you can just walk up on it.
That's a little bit more, I guess, excusable for ignorance. If you could just, if is that where he did it? Were they on a tour
on the street side? I don't know where. Just the video shows the wall. I mean, clearly it's an old.
Yeah, it's an
old thing.
I've had some friends tour it, like go inside it, and you get to see all the spots.
I'm curious if it happened inside or on the street.
Oh, I don't know. Didn't know, when Ozzy urinated on the Alamo, didn't he say, I didn't know it was the Alamo?
Honestly,
was that an excuse?
The Alamo is about one.
This is the precedent.
He literally did not remember the Alamo.
It's honestly
it's in
one
the title, Ozzy.
That's one of the most underwhelming.
The Alamo
rips of a.
That's what I hear. Isn't it in like the middle of a residential neighborhood?
It ain't worth it.
Yeah, it's very underwhelming.
And the only time I saw it was about 2 or 3 in the morning, and we ate fast food across the street. We were going to go over and to see it, up close and personal, but they had security guards everywhere. So
yeah,
like wow.
Well, ever since the Ozzy incident,
I know. I didn't know where I was supposed
thing
to pee at though. I had to go pee so bad.
That you wouldn't think would be cool. There's salt mines outside of Wichita. When I did some shows there, that they keep like the original costumes from The Wizard of Oz and all kinds of like movie memorabilia, a lot of old films, because it's like natural dry storage, keeps those things like fresh and preserved. You can take tours of these salt mines and go down in them, and
that's pretty neat.
Pretty cool.
Did you just think of just drawing your name on the side of the wall?
No, that's what I'm saying. I was like, it just made me think of like somebody down there is like carving it in the salt. Her talking about going in the coal mines.
Rafe was here
on
They'll
Dorothy's
never catch
dress.
Me.
Yeah,
dude, 5 years and money.
Between 2 and 5 years and $25,000 fine.
It's either that or they're going to fence the whole thing off. Nobody's going to get close to it. It's going to be like Stonehenge. People always go to Stonehenge a couple hours outside of England or outside of London, and they get there and like, what? I don't even get to walk up on it? Like, no.
No, you don't.
Because this thing's an ancient thing that they want to take care of, and people can't be trusted.
Things.
Yeah, people can't be trusted. It's a giant rock, but you somehow will ruin it.
Yeah. Don't touch it. Just admire it from afar.
Yeah, they got ropes and stuff, and bobbies. Standing there like this,
well,
like,
there
nope,
it is.
don't cross the rope.
There it is.
Don't cross
Stonehenge.
the rope.
Awesome.
It's over there.
Stonehenge.
Awesome. So there you go. That's it's a British guy by way of Bulgaria, I guess. So not American.
Woo! It's not us. It's not us.
Well, listen, that's
feels like a win.
It does feel like a win, but I just love that everybody assumed.
Yeah.
It was an American that had no self-control. See what we've done?
Yes.
See what you guys have done? You've given us a bad name worldwide. Nice. Nice. Have you no sense of couth?
I mean, what are the chances that he really didn't know of its antiquity? I mean, do you think so? I bet you.
Yeah, because think about all the people sitting there taking pictures of this one building. There's buildings across the street no one's paying attention to, but this one, everyone's standing around. There's signs everywhere that say come in here, probably to the, walk the tour or something like that. And
I don't know, man.
Well, it depends on where he's educated.
I would say that we have a fairly robust education system, and I know a lot of people coming out of our education system don't know nothing.
That's true.
Nothing. I mean, listen to my English. You know what I mean? Like, I was raised by 2 teachers, and I feel like I'm.
How about picking up cues of the people around you going,
maybe so.
Wow,
maybe so.
It's the ancient Roman Colosseum.
Not everybody's as clear as you are, Rizz. Some people are dense.
Wow.
Some people are dense.
New.
How old's the Alamo? What is the Alamo? You guys tell me. We're all history buffs.
No.
The Alamo. Remember it?
You went, no. Yeah. So that's kind of what I'm saying.
Here's what I know. Ozzy had a Blues jersey on when he took his mugshot, and that's what I know about the Alamo.
Cool.
I don't know if he was wearing the Blues jersey.
That was the Memphis.
That was when he was arrested for being drunk in Memphis.
There you go.
Well, the Alamo is in Memphis, Rizz.
Yes,
the
front doors in Memphis. The front doors in Memphis.
It wasn't. It was
Tennessee
Daniel
Volunteers.
Boone. Daniel Boone was there.
Say what?
Yep.
Was Daniel Boone there?
Yeah, John Wayne was in one movie.
Yeah, John Wayne was there. I think Jean-Claude Van Damme was there.
Yes.
Chuck Norris was on his way.
What year did any of that
They
happen?
wouldn't have lost.
What century did that happen?
That was that the Mexican-American War?
Hell, I don't know. I asked you the question.
I don't know. I thought you knew an answer.
No, of course not. I don't know anything.
1800s.
It was underwhelming.
18, early 18, right? 1836.
I'm going back to social studies.
Right.
I'm going back in the Rolodex, in the archives.
Right. I'm just saying it's not.
Right now,
It's
the
not a
filing cabinet's
stretch.
open and it's going. Brrr.
It's not
Okay,
a stretch to think that the average
Alamo.
31-year-old, even 31-year-old American, probably don't know
Roman
doesn't know much
Colosseum.
listen, dude. And you know what our
Why
education,
was he in Italy?
You know
then?
why we
was
probably
he in
know.
Rome?
You know why
Haley
we
wanted to
probably
go.
know about the Colosseum from Gladiator because of a 2001 movie.
There you go.
Well, and as a Christian, I'm terrified of that place.
Why
that
would you go
Russell
to
Crowe?
Rome to not see?
It's a hop,
The
skip, and
sites like that.
hop, skip, and a jump from London.
That's an unbelievably bad excuse.
Haley wanted to do some Instagramming, okay? So they went to the Coliseum, and
Yeah.
he is an Instagram boyfriend. And so what his job was that day, and obviously he was bored, Haley wanted a cute shot.
Yeah,
And
I
after
need
that
something
was
to film.
done, he wanted to commemorate it by, ooh, this is kind of a cool soft building I can carve my initials into.
And
I
also,
hope Haley's
aren't you
worth it.
in Europe where you just assume everything's old and historic, so you don't want to mess up any of it?
Yeah, you can't even graffiti anywhere.
No. That's the thing, though. If everything is old, they probably just like, it's no big deal.
Okay, I can see that argument then. Yeah, it looks kind of like a Walmart.
I mean, dude, honestly, when you go over to Europe, and I'm sure you will in the next couple of years, when you go over, the very first thing that you're going to feel is, holy crap, everything around me is older than my country.
Well, remember when I went to Israel, everything is old.
Yeah, but
Everything.
But did you get the sense that, like, when you're walking around and you walk around these streets that you're seeing in pictures that are 200, 300 years old, and then you go into a cathedral that was started in the 1300s, like,
Yeah.
and then everybody's just milling about like it's normal life, and you realize it is normal life in Europe.
yeah.
And
that
that's
was-
when it hits you how fresh
Well,
everything is here, how young we are.
when
as
I
a
was
society.
in Jerusalem, anybody been there?
No.
No.
You walk in the streets
I
of
will.
Jerusalem and you go, wow, this is beyond 1300s old. This is like way, and some of the streets are still as they were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
The main, the main
And then
thing
I
I
started
noticed
carving my name.
when I was in Germany, the main thing I noticed is how many foreigners were everywhere. I was like the only one that wasn't a foreigner. It was really weird.
You know what I'm saying, though? It
You go, wow, a
hits-
lot of Germans here.
Yeah,
it hits you
weird.
that is normal life over there. So I don't know. I'm not making excuses for the guy. I'm just trying to like figure it out.
I don't know. I think it's just a dummy and it's lawyer speak.
Could be.
The lawyer told him to say that.
Yeah.
Could be.
Just plead ignorance.
Going to trial though, huh?
Yeah, they haven't pressed charges officially yet, but now they know who he is and all that stuff. So I don't know if they'll extradite him
Yeah, I
from
wonder.
England. I don't know what's going to happen, but we know who he is. He's not American. That's it. And he's a stupid dummy dork.
Probably will never be allowed
Look
in
at
Italy.
you on a Friday.
Stupid.
Oh, and I'll tell you what,
Stupid
too.
dummy
Stupid.
dork.
You know, at most countries, one of the biggest things that they absolutely hate, as far as like border stuff, like if you have a ding on your record, it's not speeding tickets, it's not this, it's not that, vandalism or arson. Because we got a couple buddies. I was in a band with a guy who had some random ticket that was for like stealing a video game when he was like 14 or something. And here, to fix that from theft to whatever, like to get it less of a mark on your record, they put like vandalism. So he was eventually charged with vandalism, had it on his record. It was
Yeah.
like a 14-year-old kid vandalism, which would never ping anywhere till you're trying to cross the border in Canada. And Canada says, hey, man, you got a vandalism charge here. We're not letting you in the country.
Canada doesn't play around, dude.
They do not play around.
DUIs?
And it's, vandalism,
No, thank you. You're not
DUIs,
getting
and arson. And my buddy who, set the fields on fire when we were doing the fireworks from van to van when we were touring, hasn't been to Canada since.
Because of that.
They make it hard, too.
I did.
I almost got into Just for Laughs Montreal, which is like the biggest comedy festival in the world. I did the finals of their New Faces, which is a big honor. Would have been good to get it, but if I got it, I was going to have to hire a lawyer because you can't call the Canadian consulate. You have to snail mail them a form for criminal rehabilitation. If you've had a DUI, and it used to be if it was under 10 years old, and then they got into it with our Border Patrol were kind of being dicks, so they started being dicks because it's completely discretionary. When you fly into Canada, it's who you get.
Yep, it is.
You get a customs agent, and if they're in a good mood, they might be like,
Nah, come on in.
I got a DUI, it's 20 years old. All right.
No big
But
deal.
they also might put you right back on a plane and send you back, and
Yeah.
no questions asked. So you can't appeal it. There's a bunch of lawyers like on the border of Buffalo, New York, and places like that they make their money
Yeah.
representing American citizens trying to get criminal rehabilitation for like a DUI that's 20 years old, and it costs a lot of money, dude.
Yeah, same.
It's like 10 grand if you want to get just to get into Canada.
Same thing with us, man. We got stopped a couple times, and they'd be like, "Oh, you got a vandalism thing, but if you sign this for us, you know, like they were fans of the band. If you sign this for us, we'll just let you in." And then the next time, they made us all strip down. They held us for 8 hours overnight, made us strip down.
Cavity searches for
and
everybody.
Explain
All
our
right.
and explain our tattoos. I mean, cavity searches were next.
Yeah. Yep.
And it was just because they had nothing to do that night, and that's what they chose to do. He's
Yeah.
right. It's totally discretionary.
I do want to bring up this point, and Josh on the instant feedback says, whoever was recording this fool defacing the Colosseum should be held responsible too. Well, here's the thing. The guy that was filming was like, hey, what are you doing?
Right. He was concerned.
He was concerned, actually cursed at the guy.
right.
So the guy that was filming actually is the guy that put the video out. Not of, look how cool this is.
Right.
It was more of a, look at this a-hole.
Yeah.
Man, hey, 90s kids, never forget the kid in Singapore with the spray paint.
Oh, yeah.
Learn with your habits, your spray
You would've
paint
been
habits.
caned.
You stay out of Singapore.
Hey,
You
man.
hear?
Caned. Hey,
I
speaking
haven't
of...
spray painted in a long time.
Do you remember that?
No.
You don't
Listen,
remember that kid?
And speaking of... oh, yeah.
The kid
it was a
spray painted a
huge
car.
deal.
He was like the son of like a diplomat or something like that. Over the American kid, and he spray painted a car. And you don't play with the law in Singapore. They caned him, publicly caned him across the booty.
I forget how many lashes he got.
Yeah, and remember, like, Americans were like appalled. Like, I can't believe they would do that. Well, guess what? That is what they've been doing forever.
Yeah.
And this
They don't
kid
mess
broke
around.
the law.
He broke the law in another country. You get what you get. Now, speaking of the 90s, wouldn't you say... So, listen, I'm a child of the 90s. Most of us are children of the 90s. I'm going to be 45 next month, but I'm still a kid at heart. I still wax nostalgic about my, my youthful days in the, early 90s, even late 80s sometimes.
Same.
So would you say you're still a kid at heart?
Very much so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love it.
I've matured a lot.
Or the new term is kidult.
Kidult.
A kid adult.
I don't like that.
I don't like it either.
Oh, it reminds me of one of my favorite dictators.
That's so childish.
Kidult.
Kidult.
So are you still a kid at heart? There was this thing going around, like the top signs you're still a kid at heart. And maybe with our jobs, maybe it helps, to still be a kid at heart.
Yeah.
Because we have, the kind of job that's fun, get to do kind of cool stuff. So here are the top signs you're still a kid at heart, and let's see if you guys follow any of these things here.
Okay.
You rewatch a lot of old movies or shows from your childhood.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I would say so. Well,
Tons.
when I can.
When I can. I'll stop on a show that I remember from like Seinfeld. I'll stop on.
I was watching Can't Hardly Wait last night to fall asleep.
I'll watch, if there's an old episode of The Simpsons on, I'm watching it.
Nick at Night. Oh,
Goonies.
my gosh.
I'll throw Goonies on randomly a couple times throughout the year just to feel good. Just put it on in the
Just a
background while you're
feel-good
doing something. And
adventure
you're
movie,
like,
yeah.
You shared a meme last night. I LOL'd of from the
yeah.
Goonies. Where it's talking about picking up a girl at a bar when you're hammered drunk. And
Yeah. It's
my
me at a
follower
bar
rate.
at 2 a.m. with the last girl in there, and it's when Chunk is like, Sloth, you coming home to live with me? Because I love you. I love you, Chunk.
You still watch cartoons? Anybody still watch cartoons?
Love cartoons.
Yeah.
I don't, sadly.
Still do.
I love them.
I like watching the history of all of them as well. On YouTube, there's a ton for Looney Tunes and the artists behind everything and all that.
Yeah, I still watch cartoons.
Yeah.
Helps to have the kids. And I try to get the kids into all my favorite cartoons as well. And I mean, cartoons, dude, they've changed so dramatically in the last like 20 years. They're like damn near for adults. I mean, The Simpsons is the
Yes.
greatest television show.
Which is
ever
where they
made.
started. It's interesting to see that,
You're right.
that dichotomy of like, I watched an old Betty Boop cartoon yesterday on YouTube. It was like Cab Calloway. Like, there's some heavy themes in original cartoons. Wartime, they have some wartime
Yeah, some
cartoons. Bugs
wartime.
Bunny that had to be
Yeah,
taken
yeah.
off.
Yeah.
Like YouTube.
With the depictions of Japanese people.
Oh, yeah. Real bad.
Oh, real
Yeah,
bad.
Yeah. And then it kind of became for kids in our era. That's when cartoons started to kind of be for kids. And then now we've come back around with The Simpsons and
Yeah, it's great.
South Park and Family
Rick
Guy.
and Morty, and
Yeah.
these are adult. These are adult cartoons. F is for family. Are Are you frequently nostalgic for old toys or products from when you were a kid?
Yes.
I look up things, especially more than I'm on this show. Like we were just looking up Teddy Ruxpin not too long
Yeah.
ago.
When we bring up something like that, I go, oh, man, I
Yeah.
remember that.
A cool video on TikTok or something, somebody going over their collections of all those old things. You're like, I got rid of, like, I don't know,
Right.
whatever happened to that, but that is so cool.
Oh, like right now, I can smell a glowworm. Oh God, it's so
Sorry, I
good.
scratched my belly
It's
button.
so good
Do you quote movies and shows from when you were young?
Yes.
all the time.
All the time.
You guys remember the glowworm?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
okay,
cute.
okay. Yeah, this is the best. Why? This should be the #1 toy every
They
every
still
Christmas.
make those.
Do they?
Do they really?
My
In
daughter
the,
had
in
one.
the same way. Damn, man, that was a friend. That was a real friend.
You still wear clothes that would be in style back then or T-shirts with nostalgic references.
Yeah. I dress exactly how I feel like there's a part of me at 11 years old that will always be a part of my style, like because I was in the 90s and I was like a grunge kid. And so I will always kind of, I even have, like I have an Aerosmith shirt. My mom went to a Aerosmith show and she brought it back. I was 11 years old. I don't remember what tour it was. Might have been Get a Grip. And anyway, I still have that T-shirt. It's all cut
You
up.
were wearing a Mississippi Night shirt yesterday.
Yeah, that was newer though.
But still, it's a nostalgic reference.
Yeah.
Anybody still have old video games?
I've been wearing black V-neck and gray jeans since I was 9 years old. Work boots.
Anybody still have old video games?
Heck yes.
Yeah,
No. I
Well,
wish I had
like
my
on-
Sega Game Gear. It'd be so
On
cool.
Game Pass, they have all the old Dooms and all that, and I play those a lot.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, those are fun. Terrible graphics, but they're fun.
Actually, I take that back. I downloaded Tetris for my smartphone.
Nice.
I love Tetris.
Tetris is a rap.
Do you display at least one childhood toy in your home or office?
Yes.
Well, I guess I do. Not really childhood though, and these are things that my kids gave me. Like I got a little Halo creature on my studio monitors.
I'm talking from your childhood. I don't think I don't have anything.
No, I guess not.
My friend
think I
regifted me. I think I've talked about this on the air. My brother took a Roger Maris rookie card, was my prized possession, to school and traded it for a pack of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle trading cards.
Oh, boo.
Stole it out of my dresser, and it was I had it encased in that like carbonite.
Yeah.
The baseball card, hard.
Yeah, the hard
laminate.
protector. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even the movie Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It was still shots from the Saturday morning cartoon.
Nice.
So it was just like a cartoon still shot. It was like Master Splinter teaches Michelangelo to use the nunchuck. It was terrible, terrible trade. And my friend last year for Christmas, he did it in a white elephant, but it was for me. And he gifted, he had doubles of that card because he's a baseball card. So he gave it to me. So I have that.
Oh,
so
that's
it
nice.
found its way home. Roger
How cool
found
is
his way
that?
home.
So, and it's on display
And
probably.
it's graded better. It's in better condition
That's
than the
awesome.
one I
That's
lost.
nice of them. Would you rather stay in and play board games than go out and eat or hit a bar?
Now? Sure, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. There's too many fun board games now.
And have you guys bought?
Love me some Jackbox. You ever play that?
No.
Oh, dude, we would have a blast. We'll do that at Rizz Farms, maybe.
What's Jackbox?
That's the
You play on your
electronic one,
phone, and you just, like, put stuff up. They got different little games, like Quiplash and stuff like that, where you got to, like, try to get people to either make people laugh, or you got to try to get them to guess the thing you put in, or you got to draw a picture
Yeah, that
of
thing's
something, and
very
people
fun.
try to guess what your picture is. It's fun, man.
Oh, that's cool. We're going to do that. And have you bought your kids at least one toy you had as a kid?
You know what? That's hard because toys are so good now. You know what I mean? I love seeing our old stuff, but if you handed me a Super Soaker, I'd be like, oh, this is so cool. For 9 seconds, all the crap that my kids have are way better than this now.
I bought my kids Hungry Hippos.
Oh, yeah,
but
that's an updated version.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Me too, man.
I loved it as a kid, and I'm like, you guys are going to love this, like it or not.
But
There's some staples, yeah.
didn't you play it and it didn't thrill you as much because the new version of Hungry Hippos doesn't look the same?
It's different.
It's
yeah.
different,
Everything is
really.
updated. Trouble's updated. Sorry's updated. They're all updated.
You know what isn't?
What?
Light Bright.
Light Brights. The
Light
best.
Bright ain't changed at all. It's just a
They
pegboard.
still make those?
Yes, absolutely.
I got my granddaughter one. She loved it. But it's the same thing, dude. It's pegs, little black pieces of paper with white dots.
Yeah.
And you make
Design.
the little
There.
designs,
Yeah, all
little
right.
stencils.
And then the little pegs get stuck in the shag carpeting, and your mom comes with a vacuum cleaner and sucks all those things up, and that's that.
Yep.
And that's Light Bright.
And that's that. That is, dude. That is the motto. I mean, it's the slogan for that toy. Because I wanted it so bad. All the Kevins in the neighborhood had one, and I finally got one, like a hand-me-down one. And after you get through like 3 or 4 punch things that you had, you're like, oh, this is just going to sit here.
Yeah.
And that's that.
And that's that.
Yeah.
All right, Moon, if you would, let's shut down the votes for the Craigslist Freak of the Week. We got to crown our winner.
All right, shut down.
And Lern will read the winner for us. One of these ads moving on to the next round of the Freak of the Year playoff. So here's how it all shook out, and thank you all for your votes. In third place, with 10% of your vote, it was nominee number 3, Roseanne Salad Bar.
That is a gal looking for a man. She's from England, and she wants a guy to test out all sorts of fruits and veggies on her and him. Mm-hmm. So that's
maybe we
it.
could lose some olives in each other.
Stuffed olives.
Great
Wow.
name for that.
In second place, your runner-up with 15.7% of your vote, it was nominee number 1, Bum Margera.
This is a guy who is hoping that you're into hobophiliac or hobophilia, which is somebody that wants to sleep with the homeless. Yeah, but he's not going to play your role. He's going to play the homeless person. And he also, he's 100% committed to his unhoused character. All he asks in return is a carton for cigarettes or a carton of cigarettes.
Carton of cigarettes. This guy's
which led
homeless.
Rizz to believe that he's homeless, and he's very clever.
So he's pretending not to be homeless, but then pretending to be homeless.
Yeah, we can
So
do it in an
it's-
alleyway or in your car. I got plenty of spots.
He knows the places. All right, ladies and gentlemen, your official Craigslist Freak of the Week with 74.3% of your vote. It was nominee number 2, ladies and gentlemen, Hooter McGavin.
Cake farts, man for woman, 28 years old, Seoul, South Korea. What is your favorite cake topping? Hee. I'll tell you mine. Big rippin' farts. I want a playful pooter to spend the evening with. Giving me my favorite sweet treat, chainsaw farts on moist, spongy cake. I will have many types of cakes ready to receive your essence. Want a cool sensation? Get naked from the waist down, spread your cheeks, plop down on an ice cream cake. I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Tee-hee. I literally can't get enough. Watching that icing bubble with the shockwave of your flatulence sends shivers down my spine and makes the hairs on my body and other things stand on end. I will Joe while I watch you unload a long, loud, stinky one right on top like a cherry just for me. After you beef all over my little handheld treat, I will gobble it up while it's fresh and get that fart into my belly. Once I hit my finish line, you can do whatever you want to me. Cover me in cake and icing, turn me inside out. I would like to videotape all of our play if you're cool with it. I won't show your face, only your noisy little ass. P.S. I don't expect you to do all the work. I will prepare a meal that will make you very gassy so you can bake me up some fresh air biscuits, cauliflower, cabbage, beans, onions, chocolate milk, anything else you request that will stir up your insides. American living in Seoul, hoping to find another American out there.
Well, there you go, Pooter McGavin. Congratulations, your official Craigslist Freak of the Week with 74.3% of your votes. And that is brought to you by Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill, proud sponsor of Team Rizz. Visit hotshotsnet.com/Team Rizz. From lovely Arnold, Missouri, Crystal George is our Crystal is a day one Rizz Show fan and listens to the show live every morning on her way to work. Crystal loves all the contests and games played on the show, loves Just Two of Us, Match Up with Moon. She loves sharing fun facts and info heard on the show and suggests everyone listen. Well, I suggest the same thing.
That's very nice.
Thank you, Crystal. Crystal George from Arnold is our Team Rizz Member of the Day. Gets a super sweet Team Rizz Member of the Day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up 1057thepoint.com/Team Rizz. All right, we'll take our first break of the morning. Crap on Celebrities next. It is 7:17 Friday. Traffic and weather, Moon coming at you.
Traffic brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. There's still a lot of racing left in 2023 at WWT Raceway. IndyCar returns August 26th and 27th, so get your tickets now. Lane closed due to a crash 270 northbound at exit 17, that is Dorset. We also have a lane blocked due to a crash 270 westbound at just after 64. Your point forecast, most of the day will be dry today. With partly cloudy skies, high of 87, low of 66. Right now it is 66 at the Point Studio. Your point forecast is brought to you by CarX Tire and Auto.
All right, Lern, what do you got?
We have more info on Madonna's traumatic situation in the hospital last week. Britney gets slapped after wanting to say hi to an athlete, and the 90s hotness is coming back in the best way possible.
All right, we got that. We got your crappy birthdays. We got the porno birthday. And BuzzFeed is running a new poll on concert etiquette. Is throwing stuff on stage okay? The people have, because that seems to be a thing now. The people have weighed in, and I will tell you it's not 100% no.
Oh, I can't wait.
All that and more next. Stay there. All right, welcome back to the program. Phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams. 1057thepoint.com/Rizz. The socials at RIZZ Show. Your emails, RizzShow1057thepoint.com. Also, send us your instant feedback through the 1057 The Point mobile app. Friday Fail Stories coming up. Rafe's E-memoriam. We will play a contest, give away some fabulous prizes. Porno birthday coming up. So, throwing stuff at artists on stage has been a big issue recently.
Yeah.
Baby Rexa got hit with a cell phone, needed stitches. Somebody threw something at, was it a country artist?
Country artists, female artists are getting hit with all sorts of stuff.
What?
Meanwhile, Pink is getting ashes brought up to her.
I think somebody threw a wheel of cheese. I think Drake had something thrown at him.
A wheel of cheese is probably the only thing you can
Acceptable.
throw at me.
Who's bringing in a wheel
Thank
of
you
cheese?
for the cheese.
You're like, don't. Oh, okay, never mind. That's cheese. Thank you.
Thank you for the wheel of cheese.
I do like that one.
I saw a cool TikTok this morning of like a Drake concert where he has a hologram of himself on stage, and
It does.
and it hands him a book. He does like a magic trick. The hologram hands him a book, and he picks up a book from the hologram, and then he's holding it.
That's sweet.
Whoa.
It's pretty cool.
Cool.
To be honest.
So is throwing stuff on stage always inappropriate? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. But BuzzFeed, they're running a new poll on concert etiquette, and people are still voting. But last I checked, ready for this? 1 in 5 people think, it's fine. That's fine. Now, hopefully, most of them are thinking stuff like bras, not phones.
Right.
Oh, I see.
Hopefully, but I'm not sure.
I think the answer is yes, if it's okay if I can come to your work and throw things at you.
Which we've done in the past.
Because then it's all even. It's all good.
But 1 in 5 people think it's okay to throw stuff on stage. That's all right.
I've been
no
hit
problem.
I've been hit by a few things. I had that one moment. Remember at I think was it Point Fest? We were playing with Goldfinger, and somebody threw a beer, and I caught it.
No, I told the story on the show the other day of when we were playing at Ballpark Village, and somebody threw a drink at me, and I moved out of the way, and it hit you, and I went nuts backstage,
The only reason I was bummed is because it went all over my gear.
and I went nuts.
Oh yeah. Yeah. See, I'm usually sort of so in the zone that I'm not even paying attention. So
I saw it. I saw it. So
I probably hit by more things than I thought. Dude, the worst was Warped Tour 03, 04, 05, I can't remember. But it was during one of the Good Charlotte lulls when like people were angry with him for whatever reason and not stoked on him. Because it was like 1 minute we'd be playing with him and everybody loved him. The next minute people were hating him. It was very strange. And they went out on this Warped Tour stage. And dude, I'm telling you, every single plastic bottle that was on the fairgrounds was filled with rocks and dirt. And they got so pelted that we had to run off stage and stand behind the stage, and they were just coming over the roof of the stage. They were just getting pelted.
Well, I played on the air. Remember the Nickelback incident? Remember Nickelback was playing that show, and they were throwing rocks at the band? I played this the other day. Remember?
Portugal.
Foi verdadeiro golpe de teatro. As pedras começaram a cair sobre o palco logo no início do espetáculo dos Nickelback. Aguentou até aos limites do tolerável.
Have we got any Nickelback fans in Portugal? Are you sure? Up to you. You guys want to hear some rock and roll or you want to go home?
Okay.
See ya. All right. And more rocks.
See ya.
Okay, so here's some more concert etiquette questions and how people answered. Is it okay to shout something funny at the artist? Yes or no? Around the
Yes.
room. Is it okay?
Yeah. Sometimes the artist picks it up in a great way and it's a beautiful moment.
Only 23% said yes.
I think it's like Foo Fighters shows I've been at, Dave Grohl, somebody will be holding up a sign or shouting something out and he'll pick it up and have the best time with it.
Is it okay to try to touch the performer's hand?
Moon?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, if they're reaching out, if it's, I mean, that's an easy one to see. If they're engaging, then engage. And if they're going by, if they're walking by, especially on like one of those catwalk things, and you reach out and they're not seeing it, you might trip them or something like that. Like, just, I mean, this is easy to read.
Keep your hands to yourself. 58% said no. Is it okay to bring a huge poster you made and hold it up?
Every
No,
once
it's
in a
not.
while.
Yeah, it depends on the show.
And it depends if like the artist is looking at you and you hold it up real quick and then you put it back down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming this weekend in Kansas City at Taylor Swift.
There's going to be a lot of
I got my
handmade
posters
signs.
made
You know what I'm saying?
already.
And remember the Garth show? Like, I mean, that's like a thing at the end. Like, people hold up signs that say about certain songs and he engages. That's like
That's
part of
cool.
the show. So,
68% say no because you are going to block people's view.
well, yeah, don't do it like the whole time. But, I mean, come on. It's all good.
Is it okay to sing at the top of your lungs?
Yes.
Yes.
We're pretty split on that. 48% say fine, 52% they'd wish you shut up so you can actually hear the real singer sing.
Yeah. I'm probably on that in that camp.
Yeah, me too.
Depends.
Because I have seen it. Of course, it always depends. Yeah.
How loud
But,
the show is.
Well, no, I mean, like,
I've seen video of like someone singing Beyonce in the front row so loud and off key that it threw her off.
Like Beyonce?
that she's like throwing daggers at this guy. Like, I love you and I love that you love me, but shut the F up.
Yeah.
You can see it. There was a thought bubble above her head where she's like, shut up.
Yeah, but
You sound like a dying cat. You are making me miserable. And people paid thousands of dollars to sit in the front row. And this guy is just so off key, shrieking, screaming her lyrics at her to the point that she's like miscuing dance steps.
yeah,
So,
but
I mean,
sing along all together,
Sure.
emotional. Oh my God. Like I'd rather be singing along and having that emotion rather
Yeah, but
than
if you're the only one singing and you're so loud
Yeah.
that you're disrupting other people,
How often does that happen though?
I bet you
At a
People
Taylor
are
Swift
embarrassed.
concert.
more often than I'd like it to.
None of that stands out. If anybody's ever been screaming at the top of their lungs lyrics, like I've never thought about that it ruined the show. But I do remember when people are all together singing, and that is awesome.
Yeah,
yeah, it's part of the energy.
That's part of
I
it.
think if you take the cue from the lead singer of the band, they usually tell you,
Yeah.
you guys know this one? Sing it with me now.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, I've just been given permission.
Yeah, it doesn't mean start to finish you need to sing every lyric of every song.
All right, Rafe, is it okay to film entire songs on your phone?
No.
What if it's your favorite and it's the last time you're going to see that artist?
As long as you're not disrupting anybody.
Maybe.
Yeah. I don't think being on your phone the whole time, but hey, man, like one thing the pandemic taught me is I'm happy that I had some videos to look back on, like that whole year where we didn't have live music. And like, I remember that was the first time I'd ever gone back and actually rewatched all the shows I had gone to and cried myself to sleep about it because I was like, oh my God, we're never going to have this again. I was thankful for that.
Yeah. It takes away from me, man. I'm sorry. Like, we went to Jelly Roll at Del Mar Hall. Small venue to see him. He was doing a charity thing for the Point. It was awesome. Even there. And I'm like, you guys are we're at an event in a tiny, tiny place that he's playing arenas. Like, just enjoy it.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, there were people filming the whole show.
Yeah.
The whole show.
53% say no, don't do that. 47% say it's fine. Half of them say go ahead and film the whole concert if you want. I don't care what you do. Just don't block my view.
Yeah.
right.
Don't ruin my enjoyment. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm pretty split on the recording thing. Pretty split.
If you have your phone up in the air and you're blocking the person behind you because you are now holding your phone up in the air. It's annoying.
I will say,
and that's not right.
I did see this at Jelly Roll, and I never considered this, and I don't know how you guys feel about this. There was a lady FaceTiming the concert. So she was filming. I could see him up in, like, the corner, and then it looked like maybe a daughter, like a young, maybe 13-year-old daughter, and she was singing along with her mom.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
And that was kind of...
That's kind of cool.
That kind of melted the Grinch's heart a little bit.
Yeah.
Man, if everybody wants their own experience,
I felt like she was having an experience with her daughter.
Yeah,
and I don't know the situation.
That's nice.
If the daughter maybe was...
Maybe she's just sick.
You know what? At some point, the tech might get there where it's worth it for the artist to be like, yo, check your phones or don't record nothing, and we'll record it for you with multi-angles, like just a couple simple angles where you can actually get a decent mix of it. Because if you're going to post this crap on YouTube, you're going to post it all over your socials, we at least would like some control of how it sounds. Because your stupid iPhone recording makes us look like amateurs or sound like amateurs, and it's obnoxious. And I hate to be like that bitchy artist about it, but... I would love to provide, hey, if you bought a ticket, you get the show, which is what you're supposed to be paying for anyway. You get the show, and when you leave, boop, it delivers to your phone.
Well,
it delivers to your phone.
Bad idea,
the
man.
whole
Now
live
it's
thing.
on you.
Or
because
pick your favorite 3 songs, and we'll give you the recording of it.
as an artist, then, why don't you just look and sound cool all the time?
Yeah,
buddy.
that's
Hey.
a great point.
That's on you.
Yeah, I'm not talking about
That's
that.
on you.
I'm talking about how it sounds audio-wise.
I know for Tool shows, Maynard from Tool goes, all right, get your phones out. You can record this one. Here's the one.
Which is nice.
And it was Stinkfist last time they were here. Like, hey, God, take your phones out. This is the song. Record away.
I think that's a good idea, though, and I bet you that's something that's around the corner.
Yeah,
You know?
we have the technology.
For an extra $5, you don't even
Yeah, I was gonna
need to
say-
worry about pulling your phone out. We'll do it for you.
There'll
It's
be
gonna
money
dope.
attached to it, though. It won't be a
Of
free
course,
thing.
yeah.
It
We'll get a
won't be-
sponsor and do the whole thing.
Yeah.
All right, here's Grab on Celebrities. All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your Crap on Celebrities.
And it's brought to you by Bright House Plumbing. Call the best. Flush the rest. BrightHouseCo.com, 636-600-0188. Madonna had to be revived with Narcan after her lifeless body was found at her home last month, according to Radar Online. Though the drug is often used to rapidly reverse a narcotic overdose, the gossip site said that this use of Narcan was actually used to treat septic shock. And so there's no evidence that the singer overdosed.
Is that's blood poisoning
septic shock?
when you're in septic shock?
I believe
Look it
so,
up.
right? Septic?
When you go septic.
Sepsis, yeah. I think
It's not good.
It is not good. And so if you just forgot, Madonna was found unresponsive in her home last month. Her manager later said the 64-year-old developed a serious bacterial infection, which had led to a several-day stay in the ICU.
Yeah.
She is still bedridden at home and recovering.
Septic shock is a medical emergency. It's a result of a systemic response to infection or multiple infectious causes. Whoa.
Yeah, that's not. I know it's not good. Like
No.
that's deadly.
Thank goodness for Narcan, though.
Appendicitis, pneumonia, bacteremia. I mean, all sorts of other things can throw you in a septic shock.
Man.
Wow.
Britney Spears claims she was assaulted by a security guard for San Antonio Spurs star Victor Wembanyama. Hello,
Correct.
everybody.
One more time?
Wembanyama?
I think that's right.
Right on.
So this guy is supposed to be the next, like, big thing in the NBA.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hype behind this guy. This story, by the way, is wild.
It's super wild. So just everybody get it in your head. So Britney Spears is at one hotel, okay? She sees this guy at that hotel. She goes to a different hotel. She sees him again. She recognizes him. She wants to go up, tap him on the shoulder, say, hey, congratulations on all your success. She's literally wanting to have a celebrity cordial moment with somebody she doesn't know personally. And I think this is really big on Britney's part, trying to get out there again.
Britney's a fan, apparently, of this guy,
Yes.
and she wants to say hi.
She wants to say hi. So TMZ spoke to an eyewitness who said Britney was speaking. She went up, tapped this guy on the back. His security backhanded her. And then I guess Britney Spears was talking in a British accent as she was leaving. We have 2 sound clips from this eyewitness. Play this first one.
Okay.
Because,
And I want to explain a little more about it
yeah.
after this. All right, so here's this is about Britney.
when Wemby and his entourage were heading into the restaurant, there was a fan who afterwards we found out was Britney Spears, was approaching them with a British accent saying, excuse me, sir, and just kept trying to go towards him. That's when Britney sort of infiltrated her way into this circle and started to put her hand on his back shoulder or his back, because he's pretty tall, so towards his back. And then that's when the bodyguard just turned around, slapped her across the face, and knocked off her sunglasses.
So they were at the Aria Hotel. People were coming up to this guy, so the Spurs gave him security. So they're trying to usher him into this restaurant. She comes behind him, but she was wearing glasses and a hoodie.
Right, maybe not recognizable.
Nobody knew it was her. And she grabbed him.
Well, that's
speaking in a British accent.
Speaking in a British accent.
She says that she tapped him on his back. So there's he said, she said versions of this.
She grabbed him. And the security guard hey, get away. Don't grab him, and backhanded her.
She released a statement saying, traumatic experiences are not new to me, and I've had my fair share of them. I was not prepared for what happened to me last night. I recognized an athlete in my hotel lobby as I was heading to dinner, later went to a restaurant at a different hotel, saw him again, decided to approach him, congratulate him on his success. It was really loud, so I tapped him on the shoulder to get his attention. His security then backhanded me in the face without looking back in front of a crowd, nearly knocking me down, causing my glasses off my face. She says it's super embarrassing to share with the world, but it's out there already. She says, I think it's important to share because she wants to urge people in the public eye to set an example to treat all people with respect.
How about the security then came up to her table and apologized and said, hey, we didn't know you were Britney Spears.
Oh, did they apologize?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's pressing charges.
Is that all coming out today?
It's been kind of around, she's pressing charges.
But she's wearing a hoodie. You couldn't tell who it was, and she's shocked that they were trying to protect him.
Yeah,
Protect
they're
the guy.
doing their work, I guess. I just think that this is backhanding I don't know.
Who knows how hard it was? If it was just hey, get away, swatting.
Yeah. It's weird, though. I don't know. I feel bad for Britney because I feel like we're all watching her all the time. Here she is trying to have just a normal celebrity-to-celebrity moment with somebody. Who knows how it went down? We weren't all there, but I feel bad because I feel like she hasn't gone out very much and tried to interact with people. Have you heard of Britney Spears?
Well, you don't run up behind somebody.
Did she run up behind him, though?
When they're surrounded by security, wearing a hoodie and glasses.
But she has a security detail
speaking
with her.
in a British accent.
Tough scenario.
Yeah, where was her security? I'd fire that guy. Why wasn't he catching that backhand going,
Tough scenario, because if he's being swarmed and they're telling him to just go forward and security is around trying to close the circle and somebody comes in the circle, I have seen many of those guys will close it pretty, we'll say not violently and not, we'll say forcefully. They'll kind of close the circle. Like what are you doing?
Yeah.
And again, it's because they're being paid to make sure this guy doesn't get touched or stopped or harassed or whatever it is. Sad to say that's kind of the standard. That's what happens.
And they apologized.
So it's weird. It's
sorry, Britney.
It's weird.
I also think if the roles were reversed, if a big, tall dude came up behind Britney Spears and touched her, I bet he'd get smoked.
Oh, yeah.
By her security. One, she's dating her security.
Well, no, she said this.
1,000%.
She said her security's not done that. Has never had. She said she got swarmed by 20 fans that same weekend and dealt with it just fine.
Just so you know, the point of security is to be doing a lot of things that you don't even know or see. So I'm not saying that she's wrong or that she's a mistake. She may be mistaken there. We've had security that have done things that we didn't even know. Like tackle people on stage that were coming after us or something. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't even know. Oh man, did you see Timmy just smash that guy? No, I'm playing guitar. I didn't see any of that. So I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Next.
All right. Ricky Martin and his husband, Juan Yosef, they are divorcing after 6 years of marriage. They released a joint statement saying, for some time, we have considered transforming our relationship, and it's after careful consideration that we've decided to end our marriage with love, respect, and dignity for our children, preserving and honoring what we've experienced as a couple all of these wonderful years. So Ricky Martin is back out on
to find
the
out
market.
this way is...
I know. I'm sorry, buddy.
On a Friday.
Really great, though, if you think about it. That gay marriage is so commonplace now that we're doing celebrity announcements of gay divorce. I love it.
Yep. Yeah.
You finally get to run the whole gambit.
Mm-hmm.
wonderful.
New in theaters this weekend. I had no idea. You guys watch Insidious? I didn't know there were 5 installments now of the movie Insidious.
I didn't know what that was.
I've seen the original, and it's pretty good horror film.
It's pretty scary.
But this is the 5th installment. The Red Door is out today. PG-13 rating, which
For a horror movie?
Yeah.
Hey,
this one's pretty cool. The Harlem Globetrotters are in it, so they're going to help solve the mystery.
I'm going to say that's a good thing, only because my kids, especially my daughter, she's really into horror movies, and most of them are pretty hard R's. So, like, to have a PG-13 stuff that's scary, a lot of these kids love that stuff right now.
All right, well, she can go see it. Insidious Chapter 2 takes place after Chapter 2. Patrick Wilson, Rose Byrne, all the original actors, they're in it. And Patrick Wilson is making his directorial debut with Insidious: The Red Door. Also out in theaters, a movie called Joyride, rated R.
That's getting great reviews.
I was watching the trailer this morning. This looks incredible. If you love comedy and you like...
It's a gross out movie.
It's a gross out movie like these. So it's these girls go to China. One of the girls has Chinese American parents. The other Chinese girl is adopted by an American family, and they are best friends. And they go back to China. There is this scene in the trailer. We can't play it on the air because it's filthy. But they're in a train in China somewhere, and she's like, "Oh, I'm so happy to see another American." It's this white girl. This girl has so many drugs on her, and they have to stash these drugs in all of their orifices. And that scene in itself will make you want to go see this movie. It looks hilarious.
One of the producers is a Family Guy writer. It's supposed to be hilarious.
Seth Rogen's producing.
92% on Rotten Tomatoes. For this.
What's it called?
It's called Joyride.
Okay.
So be on the lookout for that in theaters. Also, new music out today. Speak Now, Taylor's version. Taylor Swift is out. Nita Strauss's The Call of the Void. Local Natives, Time Will Wait for No One. PJ Harvey, I Inside, The Old You're Dying. All out in record stores. And finally, I don't know if you guys follow Skims on Instagram, but I do.
What's that?
Skims is Kim Kardashian's lingerie and shapewear company. So I was scrolling last night, and all of a sudden I see hot-ass Jenny McCarthy, hot-ass Carmen Electra looking gorgeous. They are now modeling for Skims, and they released the ads last night. If you were if you had Carmen Electra or Jenny McCarthy in your rooms as, prepubescent people, you're going to absolutely love this. They look so good, and it's all around their MTV roots. So you remember what was that show
called?
Singled Out, the Chris Hardwick. I mean, both girls look so good. And look at this. Oh, I just love it.
Do you remember the Jenny McCarthy? It was an ad for candies.
Yes.
Remember she's sitting on the toilet?
Yes.
With her. You don't remember that? Look up Jenny McCarthy.
I don't think so.
Toilet, and her underwear is around her ankles.
Yeah. She was so hot, and she always did gross humor, which I thought was the best juxtaposition, because not a lot of babes do that.
They look great. They're both in their 50s. You look up Jenny McCarthy. I think, was it Candies?
Carmen Electra's in her 50s, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's 51?
Beautiful.
Carmen Electra. I don't have her age in front of me, but they're both in their 50s.
Yeah, that's the one. No, is that it?
I think, Candies
she's
was
sitting on
perfume, right?
She's sitting on the tank. She's upper decking it.
She's upper. There's another one. Oh, that's what. Go second row.
I can't believe she would do that.
Second row.
Second row. Second row.
Right.
There it is.
Right,
there it is.
no,
Nope.
right.
There it is. There it is.
Right
there
there.
it is.
So in addition to all these photos that Skims released, they also released a video of Jenny McCarthy, Carmen Electra, having all sorts of a foam party. They're giving the camera a number of sultry poses. They're doing Sweet Cherry Pie by Warrant.
Make that big.
If you loved them in the 90s and early 2000s, you're going to love this campaign, so check it out. And that's your crap on celebrity.
Make that big.
Nobody remembers this.
No, to tell you the truth, that doesn't do it for me. I'd rather not.
I think it's great.
I didn't say it did it for me. I just remember that ad. Because it's kind of gross.
Yeah.
Was that the time she had that comedy show out? Because if you remember her show, it was pretty gross. It had Andy Dick and all that, and they were hilarious.
I don't remember that either.
Go ahead, Moon.
A celebrity celebrating a birthday today, Ashton Irwin, 5 Seconds of Summer drummer, is 29. Allie Brooke from Fifth Harmony is 30. Eve Hewson. That name sound familiar at all?
That is Bono's daughter?
That's right. That's Bono's daughter. She was Maid Marian in that Jamie Foxx Robin Hood movie and nurse named Lucy on The Nick. Eve Hewson is 32. Sinister Gates from Avenged Sevenfold, lead guitar player. Also, I don't know if you know, his dad is a freaking shredder, dude. His dad is such a good guitar
no
player.
idea.
Sinister Gates is 42. Michelle Kwan, figure skater and Olympic silver medalist, is 43. Jim Gaffigan, 57. Billy Campbell. Billy Campbell was the Rocketeer.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Billy Campbell, 64. Joey Scarberry, he sang the theme to The Greatest American Hero. He is 68. Shelley Duvall, Jack Nicholson's wife in The Shining, is 74. Ringo Starr is 83. And Doc Severinsen, the band leader on Johnny Carson's Tonight Show for 25 years.
Still kicking it, huh? Still
That's
alive.
right. He is 96 years old. Congratulations, Doc.
All right, today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Lena Ramone. And today's birthday girl has been in 424 fine films, including 72 Cheerleader Orgy, 75 Nurse Orgy, The Adventures of Buck Naked 2, The Adventures of Nurse Lick 10, Bone, The Second Coming.
Bone. On an all-new Bone.
Bone, The Second Coming. Boss Bitches 4, 15, 21, and 26. In Lern's favorite movie, Crack Horrors of the Tenderloin.
Heck yeah.
What? What?
I'm only a vegetarian outside.
I'm assuming the Tenderloin area of San Francisco.
I don't know, man.
Tenderloin.
Crack Horrors of the Tenderloin.
First of all, when I looked that up just to see the title, it made the 15 most sexually unappealing porn titles of all time.
Oh.
Let's see.
If somebody doesn't get slapped with a steak in that show.
No, I mean, isn't the Tenderloin an area in San Francisco?
Don't know.
I never heard of that.
Tenderloin Room.
I think
That's here in St. Louis.
It's
That's
an
an
area
actual place where you can have food.
a big city. I'm
Chase
thinking
Park
San
Plaza.
Francisco. It sounds familiar.
Crack horror.
Tenderloin, San Francisco, neighborhood in downtown San Francisco.
Yeah, so I'm assuming it's Crack Horrors of that area.
There's a place called Nob Hill.
Oh, that's very specific.
Kate Asbury.
I can't find the. I can't find
Asbury?
the title of it.
I think that was his name, wasn't it?
She was in a movie called Punished in Plaid, and who could forget her role in 2018's Damn, You're Hairy. 5. Lena Ramone is 47 years old. That's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. You good, Moon?
I'm good. I'm trying to find the. I just want to see what the cover looks like. And oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is.
All right, let's
What
see
in
that.
the
Crack
world?
Horrors of the Tenderloin.
Oh, I see what she's holding.
Oh, is that a giant dong?
Yeah, I guess so. It's the size of a baseball bat.
Okay, well, there she is.
Huh.
That's our girl.
Hey, by the way, it says the 15th film by this guy.
Joe Gallant, yes.
What a weird title. It's meant to look like Kill Bill.
Yep. Yep, instead of holding a sword, she's holding a giant
I
dong.
get it
there
now.
it is.
Oh.
There it is. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back and we will play a game. We got some great prizes. We've got Godsmack Stain tickets playing a Point Big Summer Show just a couple weeks away, July 18th, over at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. We've got tickets to go see Paramore. One set of tickets left for that, July 30th over at Enterprise Center. And we got tickets to go see The Used Friday night, September 22nd over at St. Louis Music Park. After the break, and this is a tough game. We've only had a couple winners. We are playing Simpleton Trivia.
Simpleton Trivia. So, if you're a simpleton, don't call. Know your role. I don't want to hear any complaints. These are easy questions. A lot of these are common knowledge and or what I would call the first question on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And people say, well, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire is multiple choice. Well, if you need multiple choice for the $100 question on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire,
you're an idiot.
You're an idiot. You're a simpleton. So,
you're an idiot.
No offense. I know we have smart listeners. Everybody else just sit this one out. I want the smart people calling.
Okay, so this is a lot on Rafe too, this contest. Rafe's going to have to quick read here. So you will have 45 seconds to answer 10 questions. 10 very simple questions. If you get through all 10, boom, you win the prize.
You may pass once. I would say my strategy is always don't get hung up. That's where everybody gets. There'll be one simple question that you just get hung on. Pass, get through it, and we'll come back to it.
Come back to it. You get to pass once. So 10 questions, rapid fire. In 45 seconds, you get all 10 right. Boom, you win your choice of prizes. It's Simpleton Trivia. Simple questions, but man, you are under pressure.
Yep.
314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. Simpleton Trivia, next. All right, quick break. We'll come back. It is 7:56 Friday. Another look at your traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. There's still a lot of racing left in 2023 at WWT Raceway. IndyCar returns August 26th and 27th. Get your tickets now. Lane closed due to a crash 270 northbound after Dorset. Further south, lane blocked due to an incident 270 southbound after Missouri AB. That's exit 13. And then just south of that, lane blocked due to a crash 270 westbound after 64. Also on 64, a lane is blocked due to a crash 64 westbound just before 170. Your point forecast, most of the day is going to be dry today with partly cloudy skies, high of 87, low of 66. Right now it is 67 at the Point Studio. Your point forecast is brought to you by CarX Tire and Auto.
Hey, if you're a fan of explosive diarrhea, then this is your Christmas.
Who loves explosive diarrhea?
If you're a fan of it, well, this is the time of year. Great time to catch it. Between cryptosporidium and cyclosporiasis.
Yeah.
Man, all that stuff you get from swimming pools.
Gross, man.
Public swimming pools. And you know what I'm talking about, Moon, right?
What's that?
The, explosive diarrhea you could pick up from swimming pools, public pools.
Some weird bacteria or something.
Yeah, cryptosporidium is a parasite that gets spread in swimming pools. Now, I'm not suggesting that we avoid all swimming pools because pools are wonderful ways to beat the heat, have fun, learn to swim, hang out. But I'm begging you, do not go in the pool if you have recently had diarrhea. Please.
And there's signs that say that at every public pool.
There's also signs that say, please shower before you go to the pool.
And nobody does that.
Have you ever?
No.
Ever seen somebody shower before they go into a public pool?
Nobody's doing that.
You're a monster, though. You're a monster if you have some giant open wound or something like that, or you just had diarrhea and you're going in a pool. You're a monster because you know it. You know what's going on.
Shower before you go in the pool. So
how dare you?
Remind me again why it matters if we shower if we're going into a pool, because apparently we can do everything else and the chlorine takes care of that. But now because I'm not showering again,
I'm going to tell you the chlorine does not take care of everything. Chlorine in swimming pools will kill most infectious germs that make their way in there. But cryptosporidium is this microscopic parasite with a protective outer shell, and it can survive in chlorinated pools long enough to get people sick.
It's got a thin candy shell.
Yeah.
And it's not easily killed by hand sanitizer.
M&M. Look, I get that. But I'm saying for all of us that don't have, what is it called?
It's called cryptosporidium.
Cryptosporidium. For those of us who don't have cryptosporidium all up in our butt
And I don't want
cracks, I'm talking about everybody else. It should be killing off my BO, and I showered last night, so I don't need to do this again.
I don't have cryptosporidium anymore because I had a vasectomy.
Yes.
That's not what gets rid of that.
And
Well,
I'm not
the
investing
CDC
in
says that if you
cryptosporidium.
tested positive for crypto, you should stay out of pools for 2 weeks. Now, a recent case study on a swim team found that the parasite spread from one team where 19 of 50 members ended up falling ill to members of 2 different teams that competed against.
I think this is big pool coming out, trying to get people to not come to the public pool and say, hey, there's cryptosporidium, and hey, one person gets it, everybody in the pool gets it. This is somebody who doesn't want people coming to these public pools, so there's more for them.
So
you want me to leave a party, start talking to me about crypto, for sure.
Any kind of crypto.
Yeah, any kind.
Cryptocurrency, sporidium, I don't want to hear about
You
it.
pick.
I just can't imagine. So this one team, 19 to 50 members of the swim team got this, which is explosive diarrhea, which then spread to 2 other teams. That's a lot of diarrhea.
Yeah. There's somebody here in this building that overshared on Facebook last night. I won't mention names, but they said that they have the stomach flu, and it's probably cryptosporidium. And so...
Are they coming in today?
I haven't seen them yet.
Is it a on-air personality?
No, it is not. Let's play
Does
Clue.
he wear a
Who
tie?
is it?
Does he wear a tie? And
Doesn't wear a tie.
He's not the big boss.
It's a he,
then.
too.
Are they in the production department?
Possibly.
Yes.
I saw this person a couple days ago, and whenever I saw his post this morning, I said, uh-oh.
So did he overshare?
He said that he had the stomach flu, which could be explosive diarrhea.
Well, when you see somebody post that they have stomach flu, what does that mean? Diarrhea and throwing up?
But yeah, I first go to throwing up.
Yeah.
Diarrhea is always that's a bonus.
So he wears a Speedo.
That's a sometimes bonus.
Not Jamie Rivers.
Oh.
Is it the other Jamie?
Yes.
Oh, no. He came to our office the other day, too.
We're screwed. We all have cryptosporidium.
Way to go.
Happy
We're
weekend,
screwed.
everybody.
Way to go. So there's the cryptosporidium.
I hope you feel better, by the way.
I know.
Yeah,
I
me
love
too,
him.
me too.
I'm sad.
We're
Don't come
sorry,
into work.
Jamie.
He listens.
He wears a spear.
Jamie!
Not Jamie Rivers, but the other Jamie that works here.
Every sign I see, dude, is like, don't get in the pool if you've had diarrhea in the last 14 days.
Yeah, 2 weeks. Yeah.
I don't know if I've gone 14 days in my adulthood without having diarrhea.
That's a good point.
Whoa.
At least once.
You need to change your diet.
Well, I think I speak for most Americans.
You know what? Actually, this is a good point. Do you guys only poo once, or do you go multiple times? Because I have a couple of friends here in the building. We have poo talk, and one of my very good friends, I mean, he's in and out of doing the number two too often for my comfort level.
He's got like IBS.
Possibly.
Ooh.
Do you guys just get one and done? Or are you guys maybe a 2 a day
depends.
type of person?
Recently, it's been 2 for me.
I'll get a,
We need a
I'll
lot
get
of
couple.
fiber.
I'll get a couple for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, when I switched
Moon's
up
moving
that,
product.
Yeah, brother.
that diet plan, it was wild.
I bet.
Like, it started moving quick.
I'll say 1 here and 2 at home.
2 or 3. Wow, you're a 3
3.
a day. Good for you.
Nice work,
I'm not
man.
playing
I
around
mean,
here.
I'm just a one and
I'm
done
living life.
Holy
person.
moly.
I'm living life, guys.
Okay, so there's the cryptosporidium. There's also something called cyclosporiasis.
Oh, God. What's that?
That is
It's also
an,
like
you ride a
spells in Harry
bicycle?
Potter.
an,
Sound like Transformers.
an entirely different type of diarrhea-causing microscopic parasite that tends to spread in the summertime. So reported cases of cyclosporiasis tend to peak in June and July. This year, there have already been over 200 cases, 1 cluster in Georgia, 1 in Alabama, linked to raw broccoli. Others are of unknown cause. This parasite is a life cycle that only partially takes place in the human body. So after you have your diarrhea, the parasites need to mature before they can be infectious to others. This takes a couple weeks. So you can pass the parasite directly to another person as you can with the other thing. So this parasite tends to reach its victims through contaminated food or water. Past outbreaks have been linked to raspberries, basil, snow peas, lettuce, and cilantro. Obviously, you should avoid drinking any water that may be contaminated by human caca. Mm-hmm. And the CDC also recommends you wash your produce thoroughly.
And wash your hands. We just
Wash
need to
your
wash our hands
hands.
more.
Harry Potter. Cryptosporidium. Doesn't that sound like he's just putting...
Uh-huh.
And you are kind of putting a spell on someone because they're going to have explosive diarrhea.
Yeah,
later.
well, that's the explosive diarrhea spell.
Oh, yeah.
They don't... That wasn't in... That's the real Chamber of Secrets, am I right? Come on! It's Friday!
So, hey, listen, just be careful out there, all right, guys? And if you
Thanks,
have
Tony.
diarrhea, don't go in the pool. That's all we're saying.
Think about this, though, dude. You can go in the pool 5 days after you have COVID, but you got to wait 14 days.
Yes.
That means, technically, diarrhea is more dangerous than COVID.
Yep.
This
We're there now. And that's
podcast just got flagged for misinformation.
That may be a good thing.
I'm joking
Let's give away some stuff.
before I get an email.
All right. Oh, there's a phone call for you, Ray, from Dr. Fauci.
Dr.
What up, Tony?
Paging Dr. Fauci.
Dr.
Anthony.
Fauci would like to speak to you.
I'm sorry, Anthony.
We are playing Simpleton Trivia.
Yes.
All right, we've got Godsmack Stain tickets. We got 1 pair left of the Paramore tickets. And we got tickets to go see The Used. So you have 45 seconds to answer 10 rapid-fire questions. Oh, the pressure's on. Oh.
Pressure's on.
And
Both
these
of
are
us.
very simple, on you and on the contestant. So these are very simple questions. I know, Rafe, you equate these to the round 1 questions.
Yes.
On Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
And I'll be honest, I sat down and wrote these all up, did my research, and I would say easiest round. This should be the easiest round I've done.
Okay.
So if you don't get this, which I think they've all been easy. We've had arguments about like, Johnny Depp as Captain Jack Sparrow is not a common knowledge question. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Been in 9 movies and a long embroiled court case where it's been brought up, so it is. But I didn't even go that hard. So if you don't get these, you a simpleton, dude.
Okay. 45 seconds on the clock. You get to pass once Don't get hung up on a question. That's been the problem a couple times. You get hung up on something and time ticks by.
And your time doesn't even start until I finish the first question.
Yeah.
So you get a little bit of a head start.
Yeah.
Could make this more loaded for the listener.
All right, Moon is the official timekeeper here.
That's right.
Okay.
And I'll just be listening and smiling.
He's a heavy hand.
Well, you know what?
That's right.
Learn. You'll pick the first contestant.
Oh,
Line
thank you
1,
so
2, 3,
much.
4, 5, or 6.
6.
Line 6, it's Whitney in O'Fallon. Good morning, Whitney.
Good morning.
All right, Whitney, are you ready to play Simpleton Trivia?
I am.
Okay, remember, pass once if you need to. Rafe will go back to the question. Don't get hung up. Now, if you win, what tickets do you want?
Godsmack.
Godsmack stain tickets up for grabs.
Godsmack.
Rafe, are you ready?
Oh,
Whitney's
Whitney,
ready.
are you ready?
I am.
All right,
Let's
here we
play
go.
Simpleton Trivia. Number 1. How many sides does a triangle have?
3.
What is 6 times 7?
36.
You're done.
That's not.
Oh,
42.
42.
And she's done. 36. Sorry, 6 times 7 is 42.
6 times 6
Away.
is 36.
Yeah.
Follow me for more math tips.
Thank you.
Oh, we didn't say if you get one wrong, you're out.
Oh, yeah.
That's how we've done it in the past.
We have done it in the past. I forgot to mention that fact. But
You
give
gotta
them
go. You
Godsmack
said they had to
tickets.
go.
Let's go.
You said they had to get all 10.
they had to get all 10. I didn't say that.
You are not ready for the buzzer to be hit in 8 seconds.
I was not.
Is she
Because I
still on
forgot
the
about
line?
that. I screwed. Hey, Whitney, call back. Give her Godsmack stain tickets. That's my fault.
Right.
Oh,
What? That's my
We're
fault.
having a
She got
prize.
this
the
second
queen is
That's
feeling
your fault,
needed
too.
today.
That's your fault too.
Well, who's
It's
the-
all of our fault.
It's the person that got the question wrong's fault.
No,
I
no,
don't
no.
get it. What,
We
what-
should have said
what
that
did-
if you get
what
one
happened
wrong, if you get a question
Yeah.
wrong, you're out.
Actually,
Yeah.
Whitney, if you could just email King Scott.
Yes,
at
let me explain how this
1057.
game
Hold
works.
on.
You have to win
Whitney, if you
to
could email
win.
King Scott at 1057thepoint.com, it'll be easier than trying to call in right now.
Email Whitney. Excuse me. Email King Scott.
Yeah.
And
All right, for everyone else listening, you have to actually succeed at the game.
This is a game that you have to win to win.
In order to win, you have to
no,
win.
that's a detail that needs to be said.
That's fine.
Or you can get an
that's
answer
That's a
wrong.
detail that
Still
needs to be
win.
said.
You
That's
are
fine.
crazy.
What do you
happened?
mean you're crazy?
Somebody put something in your cereal this morning. Like, who are you? Like, it was a,
I'm trying to be fair.
Josh, you have never been fair.
Dude, we've not
dare
given
you.
out anything all
Josh
weekend.
has put
or all
Rizz is gone soft, and how
dare you?
How dare you?
How dare
your
you?
entire audience is appalled.
You
Who
know
the hell
what?
are you?
I'm appalled. People evolve.
Here come the emails.
Crap happens. This is
I
his
think that's-
show. What are we doing?
That is a point that needs to be made.
Yes.
All right,
I
let me
agree.
let me rephrase the rules. There are 10 questions. You must answer all 10 questions correctly in 45 seconds. You may pass one time.
Yeah. Okay. So if you'd have said she said 36, the answer was 42.
Correct.
You could have said no, and then she could have said 42, and within the 45 seconds.
Oh,
Yes.
I didn't know that was.
Yeah, you
possible.
can. Yeah.
No. Now you can't.
Well,
Once you
okay,
get it wrong,
okay.
you're out.
You're out.
Because all we do. Oh, okay. So if they say an answer and it's wrong, it's over.
It's over.
Yes.
So there's no.
No redemption.
And that's how we've played it before.
Yeah,
Yes.
because we've done what reference? Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Your
Yes.
final answer. You're wrong. You're wrong.
D.
Goodbye.
Final answer. No.
Wrong.
Yes again.
Goodbye. Yeah.
Okay, now we know.
That's not it.
All right.
Sorry. Let's pit 1 through 5. Learn
5.
5. Derek,
Good morning.
you're aware of the rules.
Yes.
Okay. Once you got to answer.
Rizz gone
10
soft?
no. Rules is rules.
Derek, question 1. Has Rizz gone soft?
Yes.
No.
You,
You are correct.
may continue.
You're out. All right, 45 seconds to answer 10 questions. You could pass once. If you get a question wrong, you're out. Timer stops. I'm hanging up on you.
You must maintain integrity. This show in this game.
Derek, are you ready?
Get your finger on the buzzer, pal.
I'm ready.
All right, Rafe, let's do this.
Derek, let's play Simpleton Trivia. Question 1. Traveling at 80 miles per hour, how long to go 40 miles?
Pass.
Who is the captain of Noah's Ark?
Noah.
In the U.S., what day is Independence Day?
4th of July, 1776.
How many birthdays does the average person have?
1,
How many outs are in one full inning of baseball?
6,
What bear commonly has all white fur?
Polar bear.
What sport do the Harlem Globetrotters play?
Basketball.
On what Japanese city was the first atomic bomb dropped?
Hiroshima.
Highest mountain in the world starting with E.
Out. Time's up.
Hiroshima. Hero.
I'm giving it to him.
Did he say Hiroshima?
He said,
I heard Hiroshima.
He said,
I heard Hibushimu.
yeah, he said something.
What was the first question?
Something.
Traveling at 80 miles per hour, how long to go 40 miles?
Pass.
30 minutes.
Wait, what? 30
He
minutes.
passed, but the answer is 30 minutes.
Yeah,
30
'cause you're-
minutes at 80 miles an hour, 40 miles?
Traveling at 80 miles per hour,
Got me
how
there.
long to go 40 miles?
Oh, I didn't know there'd be math on this question.
Well, this is very simple math, very simple
Oh, yeah, 30
division.
minutes. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
No, you're right, but that would have hung.
And
me.
what was the outs one?
How many outs in an inning?
How many outs in a full inning of baseball?
Okay.
The answer was 6.
I wasn't sure if
I
you
wasn't
said
gonna get that
for
one.
one team. I didn't
How many
know.
birthdays you have is a trick question.
It is a trick question.
And you're a jerk for that.
I was
Man, I tell you what.
freaked out on that one.
Someone else take over this stupid game.
No. Hey, you're going soft. You keep doing it.
Yeah, don't be soft.
I mean, do you want me to ask them like their first and last names? How simple
Yes.
does this
Lighten up,
need to get?
Francis.
Nope, I think you're good. I think you're in the pocket. Don't listen to these guys.
I know, you guys are supposed to be on my side.
Don't
but-
listen to these guys. I'm on your side.
Going soft is the new do better on this show, and I'm sick of it.
You said I'm going soft. I'm throwing it back at you.
All right.
Learn 1 through 4.
1.
Matt in Litchfield. Good morning, Matt.
Morning, guys.
Come on, let's get a winner here.
Matt, prove them all wrong. Show them there are non-simpletons out in the world. I believe in
I'm
you.
going to do my best.
Here we
I'm
go.
going to do my best, Rafe.
All right, buddy. Let's play Simpleton Trivia. What does a snake shed a few times a year?
Skin.
What is James Bond's preferred drink?
Pass.
Thomas Jefferson is on which rare U.S. currency?
Nickel.
And you're gone.
$2 bill, huh?
$2 bill.
bill.
Good, you gave him the answer too. The
It's
rare.
rare.
He is right about the nickel, by the way. When you said rare, I mean, that specifies that it's not the nickel, but like Jefferson is on the nickel.
Who's on the nickel?
Yeah, but it's not rare. He said the rare.
Jefferson's on the
I
nickel.
understand. Yeah, it's a wrong answer, but like it's also a right answer.
Thomas Jefferson.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, that's a little.
I never want to do this game again. I just want to let you guys
know.
know this is the final Simpleton Trivia because now the whole room has turned on me. Not only do I have to deal with crybaby emailers, you guys are being crybabies.
I love
I
you.
did
and
not
I'm
cry,
not
baby.
doing
I'm on your
I'm
side.
so over
I'm
this.
just-
I don't ever want to do this game again. It sucks. This wasn't even my idea to do it today. And now I'm going to have to feel it's Friday. I'm supposed to enjoy my weekend, and instead I got to feel.
What idiot's idea was this?
Now
It was
who's
yours.
soft?
Everybody gets Godsmack tickets. Everybody.
Oh, now everybody's soft.
And
You're
by
an
the way,
idiot.
I've gotten about 50 Whitneys that have emailed.
Oh, great.
With male names.
Yeah, because you're the dummy that gave your email address out on the air
Well, no,
like that.
if I did the phone thing, it's the same deal. I always get 8 million of them, and you're like, are you really this
You
one?
get Godsmack
Technically,
tickets.
I guess he is on a nickel. I do not think that is rare currency, but
very common.
perhaps it,
I can understand why he would say that answer, and it would. I don't know. I mean, that's not the one he got wrong, though, right? Didn't you say there was another one that was wrong?
Hey, when's the last time you saw a nickel, though? You know what I'm talking about?
we dumped him on the nickel.
We dumped him on the nickel.
So it wasn't the rare coin or the
And
rare
Rizz
thing.
doesn't have these questions in front of him, so you knew it was a $2 bill, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he also did not know that he was on the nickel. So, I don't know.
Yeah, but he asked the rare.
Okay, he said rare.
You know what? Let's do it again. No big deal.
2, 3, or 4, Learn.
2.
Can't wait.
You're doing so good.
Come on, man, this is
This is
fun.
going.
This sucks.
Did you say 2? You said 2?
I said 2. Yes.
Mike and Fenton, good morning.
Good morning. Looking
right.
forward to Simpleton Trivia being
Yes.
on the E-memoriam.
Look at Mike.
Come on, guys. It's all
This
good.
is the last time we're ever playing this game.
No, I
this
love
is
this
a-
game.
I love this.
This is so far my favorite game we've ever played.
Honestly, me too. I'm having a great time.
I'm having a great time.
Mike, enjoy losing by the 4th question.
Damn, now you're turning on them.
I love it, man.
Okay. Rafe, you ready?
Yes.
Mike, you ready?
Ready.
All right, Mike, let's play Simpleton Trivia.
Can you do it a little
Simpleton Trivia?
Yeah.
Josh on the instant feedback says Rafe is the only one not having a good time right now, and I hate it.
We're all having a
We
good
love
time.
you, buddy.
Are we ready? Here we go, bud. Simpleton trivia. I'm sure you're going to crush it. Last name of only president named Herbert.
Hoover.
Which organ pumps blood through the body?
Heart.
What fruit is company Chiquita most famous for?
Bananas.
Who is the current ruler of England?
Pass.
What is 13 minus 5?
8.
What Grecian city-state were ancient Spartan warriors from?
Sparta.
What is the perfect score in 10-pin bowling?
300.
What alcoholic drink is made of juniper berries?
Gin.
What blue Sesame Street character is addicted to desserts?
Cookie Monster.
What insects make honey?
Bees.
Who is the current ruler of England?
Charles.
Boom.
Wow.
Got it.
Got it.
Mike, nice work.
Got it,
turns
Mike.
out-
Thanks for taking it easy on me, Rafe.
Got it.
Those were no harder than the other ones I gave out.
With
You
1
did it.
second
You're
to
not a
spare.
simpleton, Mike. That's the point of this
1
game.
second to spare.
With 1 second to spare and a pass and a long pause.
Yeah. Well, I think in his mind, and I would have thought the same thing, the current ruler of England, I would have thought
It's
the
that
prime
Rishi
minister.
Sunak guy, right? What's his name? Is it
The current prime minister?
yeah, Rishi Sunak? Sunak?
Sounds-
I'm probably messing that
I
up.
think that sounds right. What you said was possibly racist. I don't know, but
What?
we're gonna.
No.
Rafe, can we do one more round?
Let me see if I have enough.
Do we have enough for one more round?
I do. I do
Okay.
have enough for one more round.
Okay.
Look it up.
Here's something nice to think about.
Let's try it out.
Mike says, Rafe reminded me of Jeff when he would get upset during some of the games. So people are loving this right now.
Great.
Good job.
Rishi Sunak. There you go, Moon.
Well, that's his name, right?
Rafe, you did a great job. I just want to recognize that. Rafe
Don't
did
mock me.
Rafe did a great job that
I'm
last
impressed.
round.
I know. I almost biffed it on the Chiquita banana one.
All good though. Hey,
All right.
we're good. All right, 3 or 4, Lern.
3.
3. Josh,
Hey. Good morning.
Festus,
Hello.
let's play Simpleton Trivia.
All right, Josh.
I'm ready.
We'll find out. Josh, let's play Simpleton Trivia Festus Edition. Josh, what is the largest planet in the Milky Way?
Pass.
Yellow and blue make what color?
Green.
How many days are there in a week?
7.
What animal is known by the nickname sea cow? What animal, starting with the letter M, is known by sea cow?
Yep.
That's a good
Don't know.
All right, he's out.
I don't know that one either.
That's a manatee, right?
That is
Manatee.
correct. It is a
I was
manatee.
thinking walrus.
Manatee, no.
Even said starting with an M on the
No.
second
Hey, listen,
Hey,
go round.
we had one winner.
We did.
that's great.
We had
The
one
largest
winner.
planet in the Milky Way?
Jupiter.
Okay. Correct. Jupiter.
You-
The biggest known planet in the Milky Way
Excuse me,
is
excuse me.
HD100546b, which is a very large gas giant in the process of forming a diameter roughly 6.9 times that of Jupiter. Thank
let
you
me
very much.
see here.
Hunter
And
says-
Rafe cover himself in the E-memoriam.
Hunter says, new game idea. Just have Rafe lay down and everybody kick him. So
Yeah, no,
Wow.
no kidding. Well, I'm sorry to have once again overestimated the intelligence of our listeners. Next time we play Simpleton Trivia, I will ask you what your children's names are. Just name any color on the spectrum. Those
Yeah.
types of questions.
This is what we would always get in trouble with, is like the wording. You know, like the largest planet in the solar system is what we were looking for, but Milky
no,
Way.
Milky Way.
You thought it was America.
Milky Way is the solar system.
No, Milky Way is our galaxy. Our solar system is the
solar system.
8/9 planets that you understand to be.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So like, my dad, the science teacher, would be like, "That's incorrect," and would holler at us if he were
Yeah,
the
we're in the
type
Milky Way
to
galaxy.
know what email was.
Well, apparently
Yeah,
we're in the
the entire
butthurt
words.
galaxy.
All right, well,
No,
nerds.
I'm-
Listen,
it's in the
nerds.
No,
galaxy.
I'm
It's
just
Not me.
saying.
Listen, nerds.
I don't care.
We got the
I hope
largest
no
audience.
one wins.
Listen, nerds.
We got the largest audience everywhere, so like we got to make sure it's accurate.
We're all buttoned up.
Because we've been yelled at. I've been yelled at on the Press Your Luck thing and all the trivia ones for years and years. And honestly, sometimes people have some points. Sometimes it's a little
This
overboard.
is a toxic
Hey,
environment.
you know
easy,
what? I'm
easy.
going to
That's
take
enough
this.
of that. I'm done.
I'm going to take this as a learning moment for me.
Yeah.
You know?
Let's all take a moment.
Just kidding. Losers. Brush up on the easiest trivia possible. I literally pulled some of these questions from a trivia book for children, for small children.
Yeah, Greg's asking what is known as sea cow. Would you have accepted your mom as the answer?
I would have.
Yeah.
I actually would have.
That's always the answer for any of these questions. Your mom.
Starting with M, I put it out there.
Hey, the controversy is what makes it fun. That's
Sure.
the flavor. That's the salt and pepper.
That's what
I loved it. I loved it. All right, quick break. We'll come back with your Friday fail stories. It is 8:32 Friday. Another look at your traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. There's still a lot of racing left in 2023 at WWT Raceway. IndyCar returns August 26th and 27th. Get your tickets now. Lane blocked due to a crash, 270 westbound just after 64. There's also a lane blocked due to a stalled vehicle, 170 southbound at Natural Bridge Road. And then further east, lane blocked due to a crash, 64 westbound before 170. Your point forecast, most of the day will be dry with partly cloudy skies, high of 87, low of 66. Right now, it is 70 degrees at the Point Studio. Your point forecast is brought to you by CarX Tire and Auto.
All right, folks, time for your Friday fail story. These people thought they had the perfect plan, but somewhere along the line, that perfect plan went completely sideways, and it became an Uber, an ultra, dare I say it,
Don't you dare.
mega.
Fail.
You sounded great, boss.
Thanks, guys.
Beautiful.
Thanks, guys. Somebody said Rafe needs one of these.
That is a nice little pick-me-up.
Friday Fails brought to you by Moritz Royce Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Rizzuto Show.
All right, thank you, Moon. Not everyone gains Florida man status overnight. Sometimes you got to be a Florida kid first. A teenager near Tampa is in trouble after telling an alligator, quote, hold my beer. Or technically, it was a can of hard iced tea. Have you seen this footage yet? Last week, somebody posted a video of some teenagers hanging out in a parking lot and getting a baby alligator to latch onto a can of twisted tea. Then one of them picked the gator up with the can still in its mouth and chugged. Cute, huh?
No.
No, an official at the Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission saw the video, launched an animal cruelty investigation. Now, one of the kids, we assume that the one who chugged, is charged with removing it from its habitat without a permit.
Fail.
And one official says he hopes the judge makes an example out of the kid and that he should find better things to do than tormenting some poor little alligator.
Yep.
Good news is, guys, the gator's okay. Released into a retention pond, so it's alive and well.
Good.
By the way, the final story we have today is probably one of the more ultimate Friday fail stories without anybody dying.
Oh, okay,
Wow,
good.
that's good.
Yeah, usually when you give us warnings, it's not a good thing.
Yeah, this one is, I mean, woo boy.
Okay.
Somebody done messed up. Now, this guy might want to start focusing on not embarrassing himself. Cops in Chicago tried to pull over a guy on the 4th of July after they noticed the license plate on his super sweet 2008 Acura was obscured. And he was actively taunting police with it. So he'd covered the plate with tape and wrote a message on it basically daring them to chase him. It said, "Don't embarrass yourself, Chicago Police Department." His name is Alonzo Terrazzo. He's 21 years old. When they tried to pull him over, he floored it and started a high-speed chase. It was in a busy area, though, and cops didn't want to cause a crash, so they decided to call off the chase after they saw him speed through a red light. Unfortunately, Alonzo didn't realize they'd given up, though, and handled the crash part all on his own. He started driving the wrong way down the street, blew through 2 more lights before crashing into another car. Luckily, the woman in that car wasn't seriously hurt, neither was Alonzo, but he did get arrested, and he's facing half a dozen charges for things like reckless driving, eluding police, plus 15 different traffic violations.
Fail.
He told his judge he had a job interview coming up next week, but it sounds like he might not make it to that. They threw the book at him and set his bail as $250,000.
His new job is making license plates.
Yeah, there you go, Scott. In Ellesmere Port, England, a man is in jail after cops saw him inhaling a blue balloon while driving. When 25-year-old Keaton Beck was pulled over by an unmarked police car, officers spotted a bunch of spent nitrous oxide canisters all throughout his car. They also found a bunch of cannabis resin. And, cannabis resin, what is that? And by a bunch, I mean a street value of $7,500 worth of cannabis resin. Later in the day, they found 2 kilos of cocaine in a storage unit. They also took cash, drug paraphernalia, and 48,000 nitrous oxide canisters worth over $77,000, facing a ton of charges.
Failed.
All because he was huffing while driving. Here's a short one. A guy from Connecticut was hurt after he accidentally shot himself in a grocery store this past Saturday. 23-year-old dummy sustained a gunshot wound from an accidental discharge of a gun he was carrying while in the store. Guy drove himself to the hospital. He was in stable condition. Charges are pending.
Failed.
A 39-year-old woman in Indiana was looking into getting a job at her local sheriff's department. She had an interview last Thursday morning. Interview was at 8:45 that morning. She showed up drunk.
Yeah.
Man.
Dang it.
Her speech was slurred. Breath smelled like alcohol. When they breathalyzed her, she was twice the legal limit. And like an idiot, she had driven herself there. So she eventually admitted she'd been drinking that morning. They arrested her for operating a vehicle while intoxicated and locked her up on a $1,500 bond.
Failed.
So instead of a job, she got a DUI. A woman from Coos County, Oregon, was arrested after breaking into a property owned by a seafood company and ripping apart processing machinery. Moon, was she naked while doing it?
You betcha.
You betcha. For some reason, she was.
Hey, sometimes you just got to be that way.
So around 10 in the morning last Thursday, cops got a call reporting a naked woman going crazy and breaking machinery inside the processing plant. 2 officers responded. They found a 50-year-old Priscilla Coster. By that time, she had a coat on. She was already on probation for another incident. She's been charged with criminal mischief, criminal trespass, and probation violation.
Failed.
And finally, it's a good thing this guy didn't work at a hospital. So there is a lab in upstate New York called Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute, and they are suing a cleaning company because 3 years ago, a janitor who was working there ruined decades worth of research. So the lab had a super cold freezer holding cell cultures, samples, and other research elements. The freezer made a beeping sound. And there were signs explaining that this is normal and how it could be muted. Like, if you don't like the beeping, there's a way to mute.
Yeah, you hit the clock and settings thing 4 times until it says OP4. That's what my microwave does.
But the janitor found the beeping to be, quote, annoying. So he just unplugged it.
Oh.
I like his
it.
thinking. Makes sense.
Okay.
Just unplugged it.
This is the dad.
You guys ever seen Half Baked? You know, when he's like in the lab and he's mopping and the doctor comes over, or the scientist comes over and says, "Excuse me, janitor, can you take this down to the lab and pick this up for me?" And he goes, "Sure." And he hands him the mop, says, "Excuse me, doctor, mop this crap up. I'll be right back."
Scientist.
Yeah, here's scientist.
Here you go, scientist.
Well, so, again, this is a super cold freezer holding cell culture, samples, other research elements. He unplugs it. That caused the temperature to slowly rise from minus 112 degrees Fahrenheit to minus 25.6 degrees, enough to wipe out 25 years of research.
Oh, my gosh. I see the Dave Chappelle character just in the lab going, "I'm sick of this damn beeping."
In the lawsuit, the lab says it caused more than $1 million in damages. The cleaning company has not commented.
Bummer.
Failed.
That's a bummer.
This beeping is driving me crazy.
$1 million worth.
$1 million, and just unplugged it. And those are your Friday fail stories.
I gotta go see Half Baked again. Makes me want to watch the movie.
Yep.
So good.
Yep.
Kid at heart.
Kevin Hart was in it?
Kid at heart. Didn't we talk about that's what makes you kid at heart?
Yeah.
Watching movies.
Oh, watching. I thought you said
Pop on
Kevin
Half
Hart.
Baked,
I go,
dude.
Kevin Hart's in Half Baked? Yes.
He had a small role.
Definitely a kid at heart. Thank you, Scott.
Thank you.
We'll take a break. We'll come back with Rafe's E-memoriam.
Yes.
And we'll get to a couple of your emails. It is 8:52. It's Friday. Another look at your traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. There's still a lot of racing left in 2023 at WW2 Raceway. IndyCar returns August 26th and 27th. Get your tickets now. Lane closed due to a stalled vehicle 70 westbound after Earth City Expressway. Your point forecast today, most of the day is going to be dry with partly cloudy skies. High of 87, low of 66. Right now it is 72 at the Point Studio. Your point forecast is brought to you by CarX Tire and Auto.
Thank you, scientist. I do want to recognize somebody near and dear to my heart. My daughter turns 12 on Sunday, so I do want to say happy birthday.
Happy
To the girl.
birthday.
Happy birthday to the girl.
12
The
years
best
old.
one in your family.
Big one, too, huh?
Heartbreak is on the horizon.
That's right. And I hate to go into this story after wishing happy birthday to my daughter, but headline, doctor issues warning after man attempts to enlarge manhood by sticking penis in ant nest.
Okay.
That's a good follow-up to that birthday. Yeah, you're right.
And we're back.
Back to Father of the Year.
You know what, though?
There's a lot of hot ants out there.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Here's something to think about. Just a little perspective shift.
Yeah?
I mean, where would we be without the guy that tried raw fish for the first time? Where would we
Here
be
we go.
without the guy that said, I'm going to build
right.
something with that tree?
Or
Where would we be
Heroes.
without the people that said, this is a very strange thing.
Hey,
I'm going
I
to try to
have-
cook it and eat it. And
or
what
I
a
have
lovely
this
plant.
peanut butter on one slice of bread. What if I put jelly on the other and put it together?
They all sound like wacky ideas until
right.
they're, ubiquitous.
Pioneers. This guy's a pioneer.
He's not, though. Because, again, headline, doctor issues warning after man attempts to enlarge manhood by sticking penis in ant nest.
Now, let me try to get in a man's brain. So this guy was thinking, I am not happy with the size of my penis. What can I do? Okay, ants. I'm going to put them on. They're going to sting it. It will enlarge because it's going to be inflamed. Thus,
I am so happy you kind of put that together because that's kind of what happened.
yes,
Seems reasonable.
I'm happy to empathize.
So I'm just going to read the article. This is out of Thailand. So it's in Thailand, and here's what it says. A man forced his genitals into a red ant's nest before collapsing in agony and harrowing footage circulating on the internet, prompting a doctor to issue an urgent warning amid concerns others may attempt the eye-watering penis enlargement trick. In the clip, which the article on the website I saw said, which is too disturbing to share, the man opts for a drastic strategy in an apparent bid to, quote, treat his erectile dysfunction, thrusting his penis and testicles. So he went twig and berries.
So he's got an ED, so he is not able to get erect, and so he's trying to show biology who's boss by doing this. Instead of, I mean, there's tons of pills out on the market right
So
now.
he
Is this how
thrust,
Victory treats ED?
he thrust his penis and testicles into a nest of red weaver ants at his home.
Why the berries?
My intro.
Maybe
might as
because that's
well.
where like the factory is, and so he thought, I want to ignite that up too.
Unable to bear the stinging, he washed the insects off with water, only to repeat the procedure and collapse in pain after the second attempt.
Oh, buddy.
Golly, dude. Read a book.
The do-it-yourself hack resulted in an appalling injury which left him with swollen blisters, although the end result did result in a slightly enlarged member as a result of the swelling. There you go, Lern.
You know
did
what?
it. We're on to
I don't-
something.
None of you are watching, or at least we haven't talked about it. And just like that, the sequel to Sex and the City, which is on HBO Max now, and new episode aired yesterday, watched it. And there's actually something similar to this. Harry, Charlotte's husband, can't do a certain thing when they're having sex. And so they go to a doctor, and the doctor tells Harry, do Kegels. And men don't understand that they have Kegels.
Oh,
And so
sure.
apparently if you have erectile dysfunction or something like that, try, let's all flex our Kegels right now and there. Try
I've
flexing
been
your
doing
Kegels
it the entire broadcast.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's just
and
easier to stick it
strengthening
in
your
an
pelvic
ant's nest.
floor.
Yeah,
It's like holding in your pee, right?
Yeah,
With your
just
Kegel muscles.
You just,
like,
yep.
oh, yeah.
And so anyway, they go into the
I'm
whole
making eye
way.
contact with Moon doing it right now.
So
Here,
don't...
ready?
I'm
Three.
Kegling.
Wait. 3, 2,
Two,
1.
one.
Kegel hard.
I heard it.
All right. Oh, yeah.
And again. One, two,
Yep, I heard it.
But that's the thing. I didn't know that. About
Well, when I go to
Hold.
the gym, usually like Tuesdays are Kegel days.
Oh, I see.
Like I do like Tuesdays are back
Back and buys.
Chest and
back
keys.
buys and and gigs.
You hold some fruits in your butt crack
it's
and you're
abs
trying
and
to hold
kegs.
them while you walk across the floor.
Abs and keys.
Speaking to local media, a doctor at the Health Me Clinic in Chiang Mai Province, Thailand, warned the public not to mimic the dangerous treatment. He said, quote, during an erection, the male genitalia triggers the brain to release neurotransmitters that cause the arteries to dilate and increase blood flow to the penis, causing it to expand. But the act shown in the videos was not correct and is ineffective.
Well, maybe.
The doctor warned the ant bite penis enlargement could potentially cause infections or trigger severe allergies that may lead to death.
We've all seen My Girl, buddy. Don't risk it. You know what I'm saying?
He got stung by bees.
Yeah.
It's
He didn't
different.
stick his
This could be
I
worse.
just put an image in my
he
head.
didn't
I
stick his
leave it
wedding
there.
tackle into a red weaver anthill.
Maybe you did. They just edited that out. Maybe that was the
That was the
maybe
original?
That's the director's
Thomas's
cut.
wiener needs his glasses. That's a whole different scene.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was a lot of edits.
So there you go. Just thought I'd put that out there. in
Again,
case-
happy birthday to your dad.
And happy birthday to my daughter. She turns 12. All right, Rafe,
Yes,
it is time for this week's
it's time.
E-memoriam.
Okay, here we go. This week's E-memoriam is going to be a little shorter than weeks prior. We were off this week. We only had 2 days to piss you off, but we still did pretty good. For those of you not familiar, the E-memoriam's for those folks we lost this week, whether permanently as a listener or someone who just wanted to complain because we had the audacity to have a different opinion than they do on a completely subjective subject, or completely unhinged listeners that just send us emails for no reasons. Whoever you are, this E-memoriam is to honor you. We'll start with maniacs who put ketchup on hot dogs. We really raw-dogged some of our listeners this week when we correctly reprimanded them for thinking ketchup belongs anywhere near a hot dog. How can you disrespect Chicago's greatest export made from random lips and a-holes since Hugh Hefner? We would understand if you were 8 years old and still eating dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggets and drinking a juice box, but my God, we are adults. And adults know that when it comes to wieners, it always feels better without a condiment.
Well
So if
well
you're,
done.
Thank you. So if you're still slathering your schnitzel in tomato paste, I assume your taste buds must have split open like a ballpark frank you drunkenly put in the microwave for 30 minutes too long. Put down the Heinz 57 because you're 57, and you're old enough to know better, and you're old enough to do better. So adios, goodbye, get your legs spinning like the roller grill at Quick Trip, and get the hell out of here. And while we're on the subject of wieners and park, one lady who used to J.O. pigs. Wow. We didn't show enough empathy for your taste when we discussed a different lady suing a pig farm where she pleasures pigs for developing carpal tunnel syndrome, which we playfully nicknamed car-pork tunnel or porkle-tuggle syndrome. This subject hit a little too close to home with you, as apparently this was also your occupation at one time. So you sent us an email in which you said, and I quote, "So that injury is very real and deserves more respect. It ruins your hands and wrists to collect boar's seed. I had to get steroid injections in my wrists and should have carpal tunnel surgery from it. So just a little info for you idiots. A boar likes a firm grip, and I mean like put your hand to sleep firm. And they collect anywhere from 5 to 45 minutes. So you have to hold that grip on a slippery penis for an average of 20 minutes. And we collected an average of 65 head per collection day. This is a hard job, guys. And it's no laughing matter." End quote. Well, you're right. It's not just a hard job. It's a hand job. And here in America, a job is a job. So thank you for wrangling that hog's hog, and we'll try to be more sensitive. Adios, and suey, suey, pig. Suey, suey. Overbearing couples who sit on the same side of the booth at restaurants. We get it. You guys love each other more than any other couple in the whole wide world, and you need to constantly prove it. We're sorry that one of you got caught cheating, and now to prove your faithfulness, in addition to having to maintain a joint Facebook account, you have to canoodle at a Joe's Crab Shack on the same side of the table like you're riding together in a gondola in Venice. Oh, but it's so fun for people watching, you say. Well, we say the only people you're interested in being watched is yourselves. So sorry to lose you, but make sure as you walk out the door, you go side by side, each sliding one hand into the other's back pocket and giving Eskimo kisses before you hop on your Vespa and ride off to couples therapy. See you later. And we know we will, because you'll make sure of it. Jimmy John's Breadheads. Wowee wow. Emails so fast we freaked. Thank you. We drew another culinary line in the sand when 80% of the room questioned if what Jimmy John serves sandwiches on can legally be called bread at all. Some of you took offense when we pointed out that the bread at JJ's is glazed in some sort of Billy Mays clear coat flex seal that makes it watertight and incredibly buoyant. While it may not be good to eat, it would be good to throw over the side of your pontoon boat as a foam buffer to protect it from banging up against the dock. But hey, after you set sail, maybe reel it in from the lake and split it open and put some roast beef and tomatoes on it if that's your thing. We sure are going to miss you, and we hope that you'll listen again. Finally, radioactive fishermen. We offended some of our toxic Avenger listeners who eat the fish at the Bush Wildlife Lakes Reserve. We're sorry that we had to inform you that all of the bunkers and fallout shelters that surround those bodies of water are holdovers from the Manhattan Project. I guess you're unhappy that we don't like our fillet of fish to glow like body paint at Burning Man. We realize fishing is god-awful boring, but I don't think you need to spice it up by adding a Geiger counter. So bon voyage. We'll watch you set sail over the horizon, and we'll be sure to see you because you will be glowing red from all of the radioactivity you put into your body. And finally, our real RIP this week. We lost a real one. Allan Wolf Arkin. The original John Yossarian in Catch-22, the paternal grandfather in Little Miss Sunshine, and the star of the Kominsky Method on Netflix. Allan was a journeyman actor with gravitas and sincerity who always brought candor and charisma to a role. Plus, his middle name was freaking Wolf. That's pretty
real?
cool. That's real.
His middle name was
Wolf.
Oh.
Pretty cool. And that concludes this week's E-memoriam.
Thank you, Rafe. There's another 40 seconds.
Let it ride into the hook. What did I just played out for the next 45 minutes?
We just leave.
Thank you, Rafe. That was wonderful. Rafe Wiliams, E-memoriam for this week. All right, quick break. We'll come back. We got some of your emails. It is 9/16 Friday. Another look at your traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. There's still a lot of racing left in 2023 at WWT Raceway. IndyCar returns August 26th and 27th. Get your tickets now. We have a lot of delays 70 eastbound between Missouri 370 and Veterans Memorial Parkway. Average speed is down to 5 miles an hour, so prepare for that. Your point forecast today, most of the day is going to be dry, partly cloudy skies, high of 87, low of 66. Right now it's 74 at the Point Studio. Your point forecast is brought to you by CarX Tire and Auto.
Thanks, Polo. Anybody running low on stamps?
Probably.
Because you better pop into your local post office today and stock up.
What's that?
Oh, yeah.
No. Price going up?
Price is going up on Sunday.
Dang it.
Price is going up on Sunday. Starting Sunday, Forever Stamps will jump from 63 cents to 66 cents. Second price jump this year, 5th since 2019.
Wow.
So at the start of 2019, they were 50 cents. They upped it to 55 that January, then 58 in 2021, 60 last year, 63 this past January. Boom, Sunday, 66 cents.
Boom.
The cost to send a postcard will also jump from 48 cents to 51 cents. And sending a letter overseas will now cost $1.50, up from $1.45.
Whoa.
They announced the latest price bump back in April, citing higher operating expenses fueled by inflation. It's also part of their 10-year plan to increase revenue and stop operating a loss. The United States Postal Service had a $1 billion net loss in the first quarter of 2023 alone.
Whoa, how much?
$1 billion.
Loss?
Guys
Loss.
are paying all your bills online and not,
Yeah, the post
Going my
office,
route.
they did not, they didn't see UPS and FedEx for the threat that they were back in the day. When email was still, they were like, we don't have to get in the package delivery service. We're the mail.
We're the mail.
We're the U.S. government.
We're the mail.
We bring junk mail. We bring bills. But now all that's been automated and online, and now they're playing catch-up in the parcel delivery game, and it is not going well.
So just saying that, the USPS had a $1 billion net loss in the first quarter of 2023, that's actually better than the same time last year when it was $1.5 billion.
Oh.
I want to be that CEO where it's like, hey, improvement.
There you go.
Your loss
Yeah,
is
all
still
right.
a couple bill, but it's all right.
All right.
I love sending mail to people. You said you write letters. When's the last time you wrote a letter to somebody?
Last time I had
wrote
to.
A today.
I mean, I love that. Sending like a random card to somebody. I do pay a lot of my bills still. I write a check because I'm an 85-year-old adult.
Yeah, I mean, some bills require sending a check in the mail, but most of the stuff is, is online.
I don't know.
Pay my bills online. It's convenience.
I'm also very particular about going to the post office and picking out the stamps. I'm very into that. I don't collect stamps. I use them. But when it's time to buy a page of stamps, I go get the book out, and they have this binder where you can flip through all the different types of stamps available. And
Oh,
it's super
you do
fun.
that?
Oh, yeah. And then I buy like 4 different pages of stamps.
You do
You're an
that.
old woman.
Oh, you do that?
Oh, tell everybody what you did online yesterday
What?
for your pets.
Oh, yes. Yes. Thank you, Rizz. You can follow me on TikTok, Lern versus Radio. Yesterday, I was sitting at home by myself, bored out of my mind. And I thought, you know what? People like hearing about my cats sometimes. I'm going to do a pet biography. So I put up 2 different 3-minute videos for each cat. And it's completely transparent about how these beautiful beings came into my life.
I love it. I love that.
TikTok. Check me out. Lots of people bookmarked it. People are doing pet biographies now. Thank you.
Pet bios,
I'm going
huh?
viral.
You know what? I like that. I support that.
Thanks, buddy.
Why don't you do a pet bio about radio?
What?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, about the dog radios. Like about this?
Yeah, that's not.
Your dog radio.
It'd be cute.
And it's got to start out with, I didn't rescue the dog. The dog rescued me.
That's what I said. I actually said that. That's so sweet that you said that.
Oh, no, you
Look
didn't.
at this. Here.
So if you've been following me long enough, you know that I love my cats, and I thought it'd be
I'm not going to show you this. I'm embarrassed. No, I'm embarrassed, but take it down.
Don't be embarrassed. Don't let him. Don't let him.
No.
There's a
Okay.
chance
I'm gonna
people
take it down.
bookmarked that to mark the beginning of your spiral. To be like, this is
so
where I'm going to keep an eye on her.
Yeah.
This is the left turn.
This is my moment. I was very disheveled looking, too. It's actually worth the look. I hadn't brushed my hair. Makeup's off.
Hey, you do you.
I don't have a bra on. Plenty of reasons.
Did you give him like a intricate backstory?
I did. People want to know, like, where these mofos came from. And I told you where their names originated.
That's
You know-
dope. I like that.
Clover
I like
was
that.
born in a boxcar in Massachusetts.
Close.
Not only is it
Mascuda.
cool, not only is it cool to like follow along with your pets and all that kind of stuff. It's cool because you can inspire people to get out there and adopt pets and have cool names
right.
and do different things. I support it. Never mind you, Rizz.
Yeah.
Wow, man. You're really trying to get sane
You know what?
today.
You know, one day
Talking
after
to
I've
me?
worked on this show
Descending
long
into the
enough,
crazy cat
Get out
lady
of here, of all people.
territory.
year into this show, next April, mark my words, I'm going to do a little story about you. I'm going to do a little
Me?
Scott
Dude,
Rizzuto
you got to do it in a
biography.
pet style.
Yeah. I'm going to say where you came from, what your story was, how I found you.
This is
You
our
found
pet
me in a
host.
basket floating down the Nile.
How meeting you changed my life. You rescued me.
This is our pet host,
Down
Scott.
near the East River.
Scott
Get it,
Rizzuto.
buddy.
He does have a middle
I got
name.
all sorts of photos I've saved of you throughout some of the funny things that I've regrammed. Like the thing I did earlier this week of you on the Shazam show where we were talking about your ridiculous outfit.
Uh-huh.
I got that saved. That will go in the
Good.
video.
Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah.
Maybe I'll do all of you. I don't know.
Good.
We'll see.
Oh, just flag that.
See that.
And maybe I'll do all of you.
Maybe I'll do
By
all
next
of you.
year, I'll do all of you. Okay.
Oh,
Got that. Got that. Thought this was a family show. Let's get to some emails.
Oh, we're doing emails.
We're doing emails.
I
Rizz Show
apologize.
at 1057thepoint.com.
Emails brought to you by Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes, your one-stop shop for all mailboxes. Need a new mailbox.com. Hey, guys, and Lern.
Hello.
There you go. First off, I do not have a foot fetish, all caps. But Lern has a great idea about the foot calendar. Can't wait for October. I've never had Taco John's, but I can't wait until it comes to St. Louis area. Once again, I do not have a foot fetish.
Okay, so they want. So we got to get the OnlyFans up.
We're still figuring that out.
I'm waiting. Like, I got my toes ready, my feet ready to go.
Same.
We have a picture of Marlon Wayne's foot for the celebrity wing of our OnlyFans foot page.
And you know, I have beautiful feet.
Beautiful feet.
A lot of people, you know, like we have to get it figured out though, because a lot of people have like emailed, hey, you guys start this. You know, there's like taxes involved. We have things to think about. Not to be the Debbie Downer, but
Well,
I'm
I
not
thought
going
we
to
got the
jail over
LLC
this.
going.
Yeah, we got 50 Toes LLC.
Well, if you want, I mean, as long as I can get a commitment for the reimbursement on the costs, I looked it up. I got it all the way down there.
How much is it going to cost?
I mean, it depends. We want a website too. We want some other things. I mean, we can go all in and get one of these full-on
let's just do
packages.
basic.
Couple
basic.
$100.
We need the basics.
I mean, couple $100. We'll say couple $100.
A year.
Okay, if I front the money, like I'll front the money.
Oh, I thought we were all splitting it because I mean.
No, I'll front the money as an investment, and I'll take.
What?
I'll take 5 points.
No. No, we're not doing that.
Yeah. We all want a cut
See,
of this
it's
pie.
20% equity here. All of us.
I'll put the money up, and then just when we make that money back, we'll pay me back, and we'll be done.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I just like how this emailer started and ended with all caps. I do not have a foot
Oh,
fetish.
they have a foot fetish.
But
That's okay.
I think
I repeat, do not send me pictures of your feet. Don't you do it.
Don't do
I
it.
will be grossed out because I do not have a foot fetish.
No.
I would like to do a calendar though. Like I remember the Jeff calendar and it was just so great.
It was great.
And that was so funny of him. And I think there could be something to this. And who doesn't love a calendar? I love having a calendar in my office and at home.
I got one on my phone.
Well,
How about
that's
that? I
not
look
You
at
want
it
a
every
foot
day.
calendar?
Well, no, like if you love this show and you want to support the initiative to get Taco John's here, I think that the Rizz community will rise up and they will enjoy seeing a different foot from this show every month.
Well, you see, if we get the station involved with the foot calendar,
Then they have to take a
then they're
cut.
going to take their cut, and we're just, the OnlyFans thing is only for us.
Is it though?
Yes, it is.
How can? I
Well,
mean,
really, it's for everyone because
It's
bringing
for everyone,
Taco John's
yes.
to our community, but
But if we start getting the station involved and stuff, then they're going to want their
right.
piece.
Lot of
Well,
red
what
tape.
happens when we start the OnlyFans and then we're making like I don't know $1 million,
Uh-huh.
and then the station goes, wait a minute, what? You've been using the airwaves to promote
figure
such thing.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
that's
It's
right.
better to
Again,
ask for
I don't want to
forgiveness
go
than
to jail.
We're not going to jail. How did we? So
There's
all of us are on death row in her head.
You said
Yes.
you like to fight. Well,
I don't want to fight
there's
in
your fight.
jail.
I want to watch you take your earrings out
Why
and swing
would
on
we-
You'll
Tom
be in a
jail.
different prison. You and I will be at different prisons. We will not be together anymore. Be sad, man.
See you
That's a
swing
good
on
point.
John
It'd
Kioski.
be tough to
So
do
maybe,
the show.
maybe if we have simultaneous, maybe if we can like coordinate our yard times, we can see.
Right.
I don't know.
Oh, you can talk through the toilet. I just saw a TikTok video. Two people fell in love talking through their toilets.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
I could-
check
What's
it
that
out.
have-
There's
what's
like
that
a
to do with
guy,
mail?
and he's got like a PVC pipe, and there's the women's floor is like 4 floors down, and he found out they fell in love talking in PVC pipe through the metal toilets.
That's like that show,
finds
the
a way.
Nick Lachey show.
Oh, Love is Blind. What is
Love
it?
is Blind,
Is that it?
Love is
so.
incarcerated in this.
where
Love
you
at
don't
First
see each
Sight,
other. Love
yeah.
at first sight.
They talk through
I
the
think it's
walls.
Love is Blind.
Love
They
is-
walk
Love is
talk
pipe.
through a wall.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Hey, fellas and Lern, need recommendations for really scary movies. I started a Friday ritual where I smoke a cigar and I watch a scary movie on my front porch. So it is Friday. Rafe brought up Evil Dead Rise, scared the bejesus out of me. That's my wheelhouse. Paranormal, demonic thriller.
Might I recommend 80 for Brady?
I've
That's good.
I've seen all,
Very good.
he says, I've seen all the Conjuring and Insidious universe, and Midsummer is this week's special. I wonder what he thought of that.
Well, that'll hurt you.
Thanks. That is from Team Rizz member Hawaiian Ryan, also known as Ha Ryan.
Ryan, thank you for the email. I'm not your scary movie guy.
I wonder if
am.
he's seen the new Winnie the Pooh. You know that.
The
yeah,
Blood
the
and Honey?
death
I heard that
one.
was garbage.
I heard it's garbage.
Dude, Hereditary, The Witch was super good.
The Ring.
So he's looking for newer ones?
Older. Just looking for suggestions.
What were some of those scary, weird movies you guys were talking about the other day that were underground?
We mentioned Midsummer. Oh, the talking about the YouTube like super
Yeah,
underground
like
ones?
weird.
Mine was Bad Boy
Gummo.
Bubby, and his was Gummo.
Somebody watched Gummo because they messaged me and were like, I love you, but I hate you. I'm halfway through and it's tough. That's a different kind of, it's unsettling, less than
I
scary.
mean, how about going back and watching some of the classics?
Right.
Yeah.
Like The Shining.
Terrifier.
I bet you this guy's seen those. He's looking
Has
for
he?
ones maybe hasn't
If you like
seen.
gore, sounds like he's more of a paranormal,
Yeah, paranormal
spooky.
demonic is what he said.
I mean, the clown is demonic in Terrifier, but it's
Like
it's,
Children of the Corn or like old stuff like that.
Even the
Pumpkin
fun one is
Head.
American Werewolf in London. That's a good one.
I'll tell you an old school one that scared me when I was younger. That was like straight to VHS, but it was good. It was called Spellbinder, and it had the guy that played Slider in Navy SEALs. We've talked about this guy. He was like the quintessential side guy. He was in Roxanne. He was the guy that was Steve Martin whispered in his ear in Roxanne. That was his only major Hollywood role. And the dude that was asleep in Sleepless in Seattle, the guy with the eyebrows. Like your quintessential 90s actors. But it was
Tim
good.
Daly?
It was called
Tim Daly?
Spellbinder, and it was kind of like a psychological, creepy thriller.
1988.
88.
Let's see.
Somebody said
Not bad.
the ritual on Netflix is way scary. Cabin in the Woods, somebody recommended.
That's a fun one. That one has some good LOL moments.
All right, well, we gave you some suggestions. Good luck.
LOL moments.
Next.
I love it. Okay, next, let's see. Okay, hey fellas and Lern. I was listening to the segment about the kid peeing out of his bedroom window, and Rizz wanted to know where in the area it would be located. I have to tell you that I was raised in Arnold, went to high school in Festus, and bought my first house in Lime. All three of those were mentioned, and you are correct. I would say it's most likely Lime. I believe those three areas have been previously referred to on the show as the Hoosier trifecta. You are correct. From
So
Little
Lime. So
Weirdo
yeah, a kid was
Joe.
caught. Was a teenager caught peeing outside his like off the roof into this woman's garden.
Yes.
The Hoosier trifecta.
So Lime.
I guess so.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Now we know.
All right. One more before we get to sports.
Hey guys, I was listening to the podcast when I heard y'all talking about AI Ashley, the world's first AI radio DJ. It made me wonder, assuming they were to advance the technology so that the AI voice model was as good as humans, and assuming you would all be up for it, what AI voice would you like to add to the Rizz Show? This could be any celebrity, alive, deceased.
Well, we have AI Jeff.
Imagine asking AI Matthew McConaughey about the Craigslist Freak of the Week contestants. Love the show. 3 out of 5. Zach from Florida.
That's actually a really good idea for a Craigslist Freak of the Week. Have an AI read it.
Like Casey Kasem or something.
I'm Casey Kasem.
That is.
And freak number 1 is brought to us
That
from
is,
Ocala, Florida.
And it's cake
that'd
art.
be-
This is the top 3.
Yeah, I would say I'd bring back AI Jeff for sure.
Yeah.
David Attenborough would be fun because he's just one of those voices that's so soothing. I was like Scarlett Johansson. She was in that movie Her, and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought that was kind of cool.
I'd really have to think about that, man.
AI Jesus.
No, I mean the Jeff thing. I cannot give you an answer on that right now. That I would have to really think about that. I know that's an initial reaction. As soon as you said that, I was like, oh yeah, that's an of course. But then, I don't know, man. I'm not sure I would handle that very well every day.
Yeah, it'd be. Initially. Yeah, you're right. It'd be.
I'd have to
it'd be-
like I'm
it'd be
getting
interesting.
strange feelings about that right now. So I'm not ready to. I don't
It'd
think
be
I'm ready to
emotional
think
for
about
sure.
that.
Yeah.
But I think it. I don't know. It could be beautiful or very sad. Like I think it'd be of the extremes. So however you fall.
Interesting question, though, huh? Like, if we could add any AI member, like who?
That right there is a moral conundrum.
Is Chris Farley good at radio? You know,
Let's find
in
out.
the AI sense.
Yeah, morally, it's interesting. It's an interesting moral dilemma.
You guys are Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr right now with the whole John Lennon and George
right,
Harrison.
yeah.
You know.
Wait, what are you talking about? Moral? You talking about bringing a deceased celebrity back?
Yeah.
Oh, moral because.
Oh, they're dead, or they're not with us anymore.
Oh yeah, no, I think this is a terrible idea ethically, morally, ethically, everything. It's awful. Unless, like,
I wouldn't.
I bring back George
I'm
Carlin.
not going to go to the awful. I'm not going to go to awful yet. I'm not going to say it's awful.
I think
I'm
it's
going to say
awful.
it's questionable.
I think you're using somebody's name and then putting words in their mouth, literally.
Yeah, but if you use it in a sense for evil.
Yeah, and this is for fun. So
And this is for fun.
So I'm thinking about Chris Farley. I'm thinking about George Carlin.
Yeah, listen, if you bring somebody's voice back and personality, AI personality back for nefarious purposes, yes. But if it's something because you missed that person, you missed their sense of humor, and it's all good-natured.
Yeah. Because the one thing that when you lose somebody,
No.
Slippery slope.
No.
Good natured.
Okay.
Who's
when
to
you-
determine good natured?
Me!
No. See,
like for me though, let me just kind of relate. Like, so I wish I could hear my dad's voice again so badly. He died in 2006, and I have one recording of him from right before he left for Vietnam, the war, and then I have a recording of his voicemail. I wish so badly I could hear my dad's voice again. And if I knew going into it, it was going to be, hey, this is AI Greg. Okay. I would have my understanding with that. And it would probably be extremely emotional to hear the cadence of his voice again, possibly something he maybe did say, and it creates a memory. I mean, it's just a very emotional thing. But the morality of it, I think, is it's subjective, right?
I don't know how I feel about it.
It's
I'm
okay.
going to be 100% honest.
Yeah, that's weird.
I'm going to be 100%
I
honest.
feel like we all have to vote for Lern's dad now, though, after that, right?
No. I'm just saying, like,
I'm going to be 100%
subjectively.
honest, and I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know. Like one way,
Yeah, man.
one way, like, yeah, dude, let's do it. I think it's
Right.
awesome. Bring that person back to life. Get to hear their voice again. And another way, you go, man, this person doesn't have a say in how you're using
Absolutely.
his voice.
That's why the hologram thing, like when Tupac's a hologram or something, like unless he was okay with this, or his entire estate and everybody that's controlling it is totally okay with it. I like when Prince was like, you do not get to bring me back. Like, remember, didn't he put like a line in there like, there
Dolly
will be no
Parton-
hologram princes. There'll be no. You do not do
Dolly
that. Kind
Parton
of
just
crap
came
about
out and said
About a hologram
when she's
formerly
gone,
known
she don't
as
want
Prince.
that.
Ooh,
Dolly Parton just came out and said she don't want that when she's gone.
yeah, that's good.
Like
That's
this
all right.
week, she said that.
I think that I would assume that AI would take a conglomerate of all the things someone has said, opinions they've expressed online, and come up with like a composite. Not just us typing like words to be said and the person. I would assume it would be all encompassing.
But even so, that's still a terrible idea because considering that we're.
Well, we didn't. Or I thought we were talking about who we'd bring back.
I know. I'm just saying, like, okay. So let's say we do that.
What if you could be a 13-year-old? What about you as a kid and you could talk to your child self?
That'd be sweet.
Whoa,
Well, I don't think we're built for that, man. I don't think any of this is a good idea.
What's the matter, man? Am I blowing your mind?
I don't think any of this is a good idea.
Come on, hippie.
I don't think we're built
Don't
for
you
it.
want to talk to your inner child? Isn't that what we all go to therapy for to begin with? Well, let's bring him out. Let's see what he has to say.
Well,
It might be creepy, dude.
Back to the composite thing of it, idea. I mean, we all make mistakes when we're all like growing, and you wouldn't want a composite of you with your youthful mistakes and all that, representing you as a whole, or you as where you left off when you passed, and then speaking to your family or speaking for you or any of that. I think that's a terrible. I think that's bad. Extra bad.
I don't know. And somebody brings up a good point on instant feedback. I don't know. If I was a big celebrity and when I'm gone, my family has a chance to maybe make some money off my legacy, and AI would help generate revenue, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, and I think this is something that will be written into wills, especially for famous people and active people and that kind of thing, where their name can be used for an estate to make money. But you got to put it in there, and unless it's put in there where so and so may use my likeness, voice, composite, AI, blah
As
blah
long
blah.
as my estate gets the
I think if it's written down, if it's in your will that so and so can use you post you, go for it. But otherwise, who are you to make that decision for that person that was that life?
In all of our contracts, though, like it always stipulates that our likeness can be used after we get terminated or whatever. And I guess that does mean death now, too, with the AI generation. So that's going to even be, we're going to have to break that down in our contracts even
exactly
more.
right.
Like if something happens to one of us,
Exactly right.
you know, it's crazy.
It is crazy, dude. What a time.
I know.
We're here, guys. We're in the future.
All right, sports headlines, real quick. What's going on? Because we got.
Hey, the Cardinals finally won, so that's cool.
Cardinals won.
Yeah, and you know what? I do got to shout out Jordan Hicks because he messed up real bad in that ninth inning, bottom of the ninth error, threw it over, blew the game to the Marlins, and then he actually closed it out last night. 3-0 victory. And the U.S. men's national team will train in Charlotte, North Carolina. You know what? Nobody cares about that. I'll throw it up on the blog. I'm Moon. That's your sports because whatever, dude.
All right. Is there a soccer game tomorrow?
Yeah, I believe so. And
they're away.
We have two. Yeah, so we are up in Toronto on Saturday, and then Wednesday LAFC.
Okay. All right.
So 2 matches this week. Yeah. All right.
All right. Thank you, Moon.
You're welcome, Rizz.
We'll take one final break. We'll come back and wrap her up. All right, that is it for us. We're done. That's it for the week. Short week.
Shorty.
Boy, it's gonna be a doozy next week. I'll tell you that. So you're leaving Wednesday. You're out Wednesday.
I'm out Wednesday. Yep.
Scott's out Wednesday for a week, and I believe we'll have a couple fill-in guest hosts.
You want me to announce who Wednesday will be?
Wednesday will be
AI Rafe.
We're bringing in 2 of my most favorite people, Mark Close and John Hewlett from KC95.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
And I've asked them to come in because those guys don't get up, they're retired.
Bring the grape nuts.
Bring the grape nuts. I said, John,
grape nuts.
Can you come in? He's like, absolutely. And I go, can you get here by 6? And he goes, oh my God. And I said,
I wouldn't ask him to come in at 6.
Well, I've already done it and they've already accepted the offer. And so
John Hewlett's going to come in at 6?
Yeah, I told him, I go, that's the best time of the show, man, because we talk about just random stuff and like that's where your brain is completely open and they've never experienced that.
Anytime they'll be on, it'll be the best time of the show.
I love them both so much. So I'm excited.
I can't wait.
You want to come in and fill in for Rafe? Yeah. Why don't you come in at 10?
Yeah.
Come in at 10?
He's retired. He's got nothing else to do.
Come in for Scott. Yeah, we're going to need you at 10:45. 10:45.
What is John doing? I mean, okay, he does the Cardinal games, fine.
He's got dogs. He's got his middle daughter's about ready to. He's going to become a grandfather soon, like literally in 30 days. He may not even be here.
He did any work for that.
Well, no, but that's his first grandchild. But no,
I mean, yes.
I got a fun game.
Did.
I have 2 fun games we're going to play if we have time with them.
We'll have time.
It's going to be fun.
Okay. That's next week. Hope you have great weekends. Today's Pappy's Recappy.
Brought to you by Pappy Smokehouse. St. Peter's is your summer barbecue headquarters, Highway 70 and Mid Rivers Mall Drive. Everything we covered on the show today, crap on celebrities, a lot of birthdays, a lot of fun stuff. We also had our winner for Freak of the Week. You're going to want to check that out in the intro. We also got to Friday Fails today because it is Friday and doctors are issuing a warning after a man attempted to enlarge his manhood by sticking himself in an ant nest. Smart. We'll let you know how that goes. Just find the link right there, top of the blog, 1057thepoint.com/Rizz. It doesn't go well, just so you know.
No.
It is at the top of the fail section. Thought this was a family show. That is the title you're looking for on the podcast. It's available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and, of course, YouTube now. Just go to the Points YouTube. You will see the podcast playlist right there.
Don't forget about Rafe's touching E-memoriam.
Yes.
Touching.
From today. Very touching.
And we also played a game, and it was a lot of fun. A lot of controversy.
I had a lot of fun.
And a lot of fun.
Simpleton trivia.
Yep. All right. Moon, anything else?
I'll see you tomorrow at El Monstero.
I think I will, too.
Tight.
I think I'm going.
Me too.
I think I'm going. You're going, too?
Oh, yeah.
Come on, Rafe.
Tina has a show. If you don't go to El Monstero, Steve's Hot Dogs is doing in Ritz Park. They're doing an outdoor comedy show from 8 to 9:30. There's a surprise headliner, too. They can't say who it is, but
Fun.
if you're not doing anything, go check it out. Steve's Hot Dogs.
John Hewlett?
Could be John Hewlett. Could be John Hewlett. Moonlighting.
Maybe he's, in his retirement, he's like, I'm going to start this stand-up comedy thing.
It'd be so good.
It'd be great. King Scott, anything else?
Yeah, I'm going to be making a lot of cat videos this weekend, so follow me on
What?
TikTok, King Scott Rules.
Yeah, me too.
A lot of cat videos.
Lern's like, stay in your lane.
I'm going to do a lot of origin stories for dogs and cats and hamsters.
Everybody's
as
getting a
well.
bio on this. I'm doing a bio on each one of you on TikTok for
Great.
the next year.
Yay.
All right, we leave you with a selection from our Team Rizz Member of the Day, which is brought to you by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill, proud sponsor of Team Rizz. Visit hotshotscent.com/Team Rizz. Yes.
July 9th, you got to have your pork steak logos in. This
That's
is our
right.
last chance to tell people. So
This weekend.
This weekend, Monday, Rizz and I, we're all going to go through. The five of us, we're going to look through these pork steak logos, decide which ones we like, and and pick a winner. So do it.
Get those in.
I'm sorry, I do have a couple things I forgot. The Teenage Dirtbags just announced a couple shows today. August 18th, we are playing Ballwin Days. It's a 3-hour
I guess
set.
you won't be coming to my birthday.
I'm going to try to come right afterwards.
Oh, that's nice.
We have a 3-hour set. The schedule is up on Ballwin Days website. This was booked well before you booked yours, so thanks
my
for stepping
birthday's
on
been
What?
booked since 1978.
Thanks for
I'm
stepping
sorry.
on mine, jerk face. So August 18th, Ballwin Days, Teenage Dirtbags. We're going to do a 2-hour set of alternative, and we're bringing the country band. I think we're going to call it the Alabama Dirtbags. Just
Nice.
because nitty gritty dirtbags, might step on some toes. Anyways, so bringing the country set as well for an hour to that show. And if you miss us at Ballwin Days in the Washington City Fairgrounds area out in Washington, Missouri, we're playing Oxfest on September 16th. Also bringing the alternative and the country band.
Celebrating all things oxen.
Yes.
So yeah, Oxfest, September 16th. If you miss us anywhere, both of these are free shows, I believe.
You know what? Since we're promoting bands, I have a show coming up on August 26th
Gotta get out of
at the
here.
Yes, you
Lincoln
do.
Theater, and it's all classic rock, and it's going to be a really good time.
Oh, by the way,
Come on, I got to get out of here, please.
last
Johnny's
weekend
gonna
in
murder us.
September, I'll be headlining the Funny Bone.
Yeah.
More details to come.
All right.
It's my birthday weekend.
October, I'll be.
All right, Crystal George is our Team Rizz Member of the Day from Arnold. She wants to hear something from Blue October, and I hope you're happy with this. We'll see you Monday. Have a great weekend. Bye.
Hey,
Nope.
energy.
Rizzuto Show.